just one.
Why?
I don't like Turkey. I believe Turkey's the next
Oh,
one.
well, I thought you wanted to go to.
No, I'm saying I think one
Yeah, I
needs to
prefer
fly
chicken.
towards Turkey.
I prefer chicken.
Because I believe Turkey will be the next Iran in that region.
I mean, fuck, who names a country after a bird in any case?
I think, Rafi, it's better if you make that point, which I agree with, without just saying the next Iran. It makes you sound dumb.
Small.
Like, Turkey has very little good or ethical intent in the region, and I tend to agree with you that, notwithstanding something changing with the absence of Iran as a regional power for a while, Turkey, an emboldened Turkey could be a very dangerous force, but just saying it's the next Iran sounds dumb.
I take that back. I'll retract that statement.
I mean, I think you're right, and I think, my words are exactly what you were thinking, but, Iran is Iran, Turkey is Turkey, nothing is so simple, they're not cookie cutters, they're not replacements for each other.
How many of the Torah card motherfuckers are going to try and be Khomeini's body double when he's dead?
I think in other news, Israel's going to target them next.
Who, the Torah carters?
Yeah. Were you just talking when you said Khomeini's dead? I'm guessing you were.
No, there's a thing that's come out. They say that they believe apparently he was eliminated.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, I've got it on my feed. Fear for the life of Tyrant Khomeini. His voice hasn't been heard since the nuclear facilities attack.
I lied, I just found a tweet.
You did?
Yes.
Khomeini's dead?
Khomeini being dead, but it's, not a reliable
Tweet from who?
from a nobody. I don't know.
From the Hamas health ministry.
It's probably a tweet from someone in this room who heard him report that Khomeini is dead.
Wow, that's oddly specific.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry, guys. Boss man.
We've got to start. We got to move you to decaf pills.
I know. Today is just out of control. I know. I did, sir. And I have been hyper as fuck. I'm sorry. Now calm down a bit, because, like, there's live breaking news going on right now. Like, we need to be sort of humble and serious and focused, and let's just pay attention, right?
Believe it or not, Qatar says it reserves the right to respond after the Iranian attack.
Sorry.
They said that a couple days ago.
Well,
Jeff, you were right.
What was I right about this time?
Well, you said that they're going to do something like this. They're either going to hit some base in Iraq or one in Qatar as their last hurrah.
I did say that.
That's
several
all they
days
can
ago.
fucking do. It's like a little fart. All right, good for you.
yeah.
They're about to get squashed like a bug.
Well, I don't know if that will happen
I
yet.
don't understand this. Why is everybody
Be
talking
too magic.
Okay, sorry.
Why is everybody
That's so funny. I don't know why I think that.
Nobody wants to keep it to themselves or the Israelis. Everybody else talks about what they're going to do and then they do it. What? What type of war is this?
You need to record that, Roy.
No, remember where they're all just like, the great state in America. They're gonna get it. Okay, yeah, we see.
I have breaking news. Someone named Think Tank Dropout is reporting that Khomeini wears women's underwear. Twitter is a weird place, people.
So that's you bought all the used underwear to put up online.
We'll send to Josh.
Is Darcy been sending her underwear?
He's got a live stream.
Darcy, where is she?
Gold
Darcy,
mine.
you been doing that?
She's getting high right now and she's nauseous.
Super ed.
She has 33% something.
No, I'm not vaping today at all. Ew. Yeah, I felt.
Send it
Wait,
your
so
underwear.
how much is
Send
Wait,
it
how
your
much
is
underwear.
normally in a vape?
Live stream gold mine. He should
Uh,
have put
what
cover
percent?
story performance.
Usually,
Like a
regular-
gram or half a gram?
Well, no, usually. Wait, is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking the percentage.
Okay, yeah, okay. So like it's usually 80 to like 90%. So this is a really low one.
80 to 90.
For women.
THC.
Yeah, but it also has like CBD, like the same as CBD and
Jeff, you hear
CBN, like all that junk.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it made me feel
Apparently, reports of U.S. fighter jets taking off from Saudi Arabia.
I do like if we have an immediate response. That's sexy.
Apparently.
Can you say King Khalid Arabic?
B2 Omade. Okay, I'm sorry.
What does that Omega mean? What does that part?
Omade means it's coming. It's here.
It's Parsi?
Yes. No, it's Chinese. I mean, what do you mean it's a Farsi?
Just check. Come on.
Okay, Eric Sheva is also reporting Qatar and Iraq.
Oh my God, Jeff, you were right.
But,
Yeah, but
Jeff, are you talking about bases or like the actual, like, civilian?
yeah, but the issue is
Hey, Rafi, did you know that Israel and Iran are at war right now?
No, really?
the problem in the modern era is once they all report it without attributing it.
Okay, good. The Jerusalem Post is clear. They're saying Iraq and Qatar, they are saying only Qatar, but sirens were heard in Iraq, Kuwait, and Bahrain.
So Qatar shut. That's crazy. Are they that dumb?
Yeah.
Qatar is now getting in on this? Are they
No, Iran attacked Qatar.
They decided to piss
Yeah, they shot 6 missiles towards U.S. shit in Qatar. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Trump's gonna flatten it yet. This isn't enough. This is peanuts.
peace
Yep.
to these fucks.
Yep, this is peanuts. I don't think Trump's
And
gonna
then they
take action.
drop a load of
What idiots? They're gonna take themselves out. Like, right? Like, we see this happen in nature all of the time. Twins eat each other. Like, you know.
They were friends. Qatar and Iran were trying to
Right,
work
no. You can't be friends with people who
Damn,
want
now they're
death
fighting their
for
friends.
to meet their maker. You know, it's what their whole goal
Guys, have you heard the latest that the regime in Iran has just attacked U.S. bases in Qatar?
Oh my God.
How about you check the room first before just saying things?
Would you like the sandwich, Persian?
10 seconds.
You're literally interrupting the conversation about the topic you want to
But
talk
see,
about.
here's what's up, Jeff. Like, Persian's here, so let's roll out the red motherfucking car.
Yeah.
So you'll all be relieved to know that Iran's top security body has said the missile strikes are not a threat to both brotherly and neighborly Qatar, just the U.S.
Only the great Satan, America! Anyway.
Honestly, creatine makes you pee a lot too, by the way.
Wow.
Take it.
They really want to, the government really wants to fall really quickly by doing this kind of
This
business.
is what they believe. This is what
Like a suicide.
This is like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
their suicide. They're fulfilling their prophecy that is
This is
Unless China has made them a secret deal. That you do this around.
Why would China, who relies on 20% of their oil, 20% of their oil in Iran, where they get the majority of their oil from Saudi and the UAE, you think that Iran should go here? What kind of big dog or overestimation of Iran do you think there is that China would risk its relationship when they also get energy from Russia? Why on fucking earth would they do that?
Can I also add something? Like, if Trump gets his way and drill, baby, drill, like, I think we're going to be offering oil to a few other people that may need it soon.
China is not going to do diddly squat. Russia and China are putting their middle fingers up at Iran. They're like, thank you so much for selling your islands
Then
in
why is
the
it that
Persian
China has
Gulf.
sent the regime several hundred, nuclear missile hits? Yeah, literally, they.
You're now making shit up.
I'll come up with the news.
There's no reports of that. Until you bring your source, we can see your source. Then we get, not one place has reported that.
Yeah. You can go ahead and provide a source. Otherwise, we'll just assume that you got a new job with the IRGC.
It's like, let's calm down, Russia. They really liked that discount when nobody fucking wanted Iranian sanctioned oil. But what's it called? It's not worth their fucking reputation. It's not worth everything they are. Iran is not that important to them.
Okay, MSNBC is. Let me double check this. Is reporting that it's just a headline. That Iran says it launched a retaliatory attack at U.S. air bases in Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait. That doesn't seem to be corroborated anywhere else. Everybody's reporting Qatar and Iraq at this point. MSNBC is just retarded liberals, I guess.
Let's put it in perspective, Persian. China has approximately, according to various sources, nuclear weapons.
Let's not.
Okay.
In the position of truth and debate, Persian, please provide a source that claims what you're claiming.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Don't need to
I'm just
indulge
trying
in
to find it right now. If I can't find it, just take it with a pinch of salt.
Drill.
No, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take anyone's word. If you want to bring something up, bring up evidence.
saying ignore it.
You don't check China would risk its neck for. It's a ridiculous thing to.
Iran has 25% of the world's natural resources. It gives it all to Russia and China. What do you think? They're going to be losing out.
Oh my God!
They don't. I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm going to find it. Let's try that wrong.
Russia, maybe. Our
You
grand
really doing well until today. Today you're like just jumping the shark. I don't know what's up. Roy, sing it again, baby. I love that line. Great, you know.
It's so funny.
It is.
No, this is cute. CNN headline: Iran launched, quote, powerful and destructive, end quote, attack on airbase in Qatar. But they're literally quoting the IRGC's statement.
They said that the IRGC said they did a cute attack. Wait, say it again.
Listen,
What was it?
I just found it. It says that basically, this is from Wall Street Journal. Missile and missile-related materials, ammonium, perchlorate shipments. There's been sodium perchlorate delivery. There's been Chinese drone engines and electronics and GPS modules.
Okay. Go ahead and give us the link, and what's the date on that?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Apparently, Al Jazeera reported now insists on mentioning Iranian attacks on Israel and not that attacks on their country. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm watching people like run in all different directions in Qatar inside a mall.
I mean, the funny thing is, not that that's going to happen, but like this would be grounds to invoke Article 5 under NATO.
Oh shit, that's right.
Which means
It's not happening. So they can send
what?
all the NATO countries. It's attack on one is attack on all.
Yeah. Just wanted it for the closest one is Turkey. Who's attacking Turkey?
Well, that's the whole thing. Now Turkey has to attack their brothers.
Oh, that would be
NATO.
that would be a very interesting play, actually.
Because
If they did invoke it, just to try to force Turkey to participate. That would actually be a very fascinating play.
Yes, because they're part. That's right.
Wait, what? Say this again, Jeff. What?
Invoke Article 5, based on the attack of the U.S. base, they can invoke Article 5 of the NATO Charter, requiring NATO participants to respond, and effectively force Turkey to say no, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, the way Article 5 works is that it has to go, my understanding of it, it has to go before all of the countries, and they all kind of sort of have to agree, but if the country being attacked says we don't need any help, then it doesn't move forward. Like, it's not an automatic indication.
You're completely missing the point of the thought experiment.
No, it's a great thought experiment. I love it. I understand.
There's no agreement necessary. Article 5 just says attack on one is an attack on all, and all are required to respond. Obviously, you know, if you don't need their help, you don't invoke Article 5. Or if you only need one country's help, you tell the other countries, don't worry, we got this. But the thought experiment is, could you invoke Article 5 specifically to try to force Turkey to attack Iran? I mean, they would never do it because that would put Israel in the crossfire, but it's an interesting thought experiment. The Muslim Council of Britain condemns Israeli strikes on Iran in the strongest possible terms.
Here's the reason why I said that. It says, if an attack occurs, each member is obligated to assist in the attacks, but the treaty does not specify what kind of assistance is required, allowing each member to decide what action to take, including the use of armed force. So it's not like, okay, now Netherlands has been involved in that.
Great. Thank you, Yaakov. I mean, you're on to like step 7 of the thought experiment when we're on step 1.
Okay, I don't think Turkey would ever get involved. They wouldn't have to say no and be explicit.
Again, yes, you're right. I agree. Exposing that might be helpful.
Yeah. It's a great thought experiment. I really like it.
Did you see that? This may be old from, I already know that you guys know about it, but did you guys see that they bombed Evin?
Yes.
Evin prison?
Yeah, there seemingly is some conversation in Iran that's not being reported out of Iran much or at all, that they bombed like a part of the women's unit at Evin, but I'm not seeing that anywhere.
Sorry, what? Say it again?
I've heard some reports that Israel bombed the women's unit or part of the women's unit in Evin prison, but I'm not seeing that anywhere. And looking at the video, I mean, it's clear that missile literally was aimed at the fucking front door.
Yeah, and then some people actually escaped, allegedly, is what some of the reports are saying.
Somebody's saying U.S. officials say Trump has no intentions of response to Iran.
Bullshit.
Well, it depends on what. First of all, it's Trump, and he's the misdirector-in-chief, and it could very well be that he said that, and planes are on the way.
Correct.
But that being said, if in fact they bombed like a piece of desert on the outskirts of the naval base, or Air Force base, why would Trump respond?
A bunch of servicemen die? That's a different story.
Of course.
It would look weak.
Yeah, they're reporting no casualties. I think it's becoming official. I don't think he's going to respond.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it depends on the extent of the damage.
And did you guys hear they tried to kill Zelensky in Poland?
They
No.
did?
You tried to kill Zelensky in Poland?
Apparently there was an attempt. Let's get talking.
Rafi?
What? It wasn't me. I was here. I'm in Toronto.
Right. So are the mullah.
I was asleep.
Apparently. It is nice that we've coalesced into a group of people that can take this news and kind of joke around at the same time and not like get sensitive. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything going on in Bahrain. I reached out to our old friend that lives there, and she indicated there was sirens, but didn't appear to be anything else going on.
Okay, this has been about 30 minutes of prep, maybe. Just clean the ceilings, wipe down the baseboards, and tape the whole perimeter of the room.
Everybody better be voting for Andrew Cuomo. That's all I gotta say.
Supervisors of the countries, they all kind of started.
Why? In New York City. Oh, I mean, Mamdani's a certified anti-Semite.
Doesn't believe Israel has a right to exist as a Jewish state. Will not visit it, but said he will visit Palestine.
Wait, so what's the other person that's running?
Cuomo.
And this is for governor?
Former governor of
Oh my God,
New York.
sorry, I left. I was talking to myself. I said I like Scott Stringer too, and I like some of the other guys, but I think that it looks like Cuomo is, I mean, I don't like Mamdani at all. He's a fucking anti-Semite.
It's been rising in the
But yeah.
unfortunately.
And by the way, if you guys
Minnie
want to
Tilson doesn't seem so bad either. Neither does Scott Stringer.
But the two major candidates are leaving the other ones in the dust. Stringer is like a non-event, unfortunately.
I know, I'm just saying who I like.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like Scott Stringer a lot. He's really very disciplined.
I was about to do his we were in the bid to do his campaign, but then bigger firms won against us. But we did pitch him. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Not too much.
Jeff?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say if you wanna laugh, check out Tehran Times.
I love Tehran Time.
Bad.
Is it like the Onion? Is it like a joke kind of thing, or is it a real thing?
No, it's real, but it's like the Onion.
It's real, but it's like the Onion. That's good. Tehran Times. Check it out. Are we still waiting on that link from our friend Persian, or did he leave?
He left because there is no link.
I know, it's like trying to give up half its nuclear weapons.
Like what the Chinese already had 1,000 Chinese officials leave Tehran a couple of days ago. Give me a fucking break, you dimwit.
That shit stuff.
The date on that article, I know the article he's talking about was from March 14th. That's why he left.
Jeff, please watch what I just sent you.
This is pretty funny. The Israeli military attacked Iran's Handball Federation's headquarters in Tehran on Monday. Oh my God.
Really?
Wow, this is in the Tehran Times.
One shot over the lobby, doesn't it?
Is that Ruben? Hey, Ruben.
It's
Hey,
the
Ruben.
Ruben.
It's the Ruben.
He's back and he's balder than
Ruby,
ever.
Ruby.
It's not Leslie. My
shit.
girl
My mom
is
said,
so
Your
weird.
friends, countrymen,
You stop
countrymen.
shaving. Your hair grow back hair?
What?
My mom. My mom was looking at the top of my head. She says, I think if you stop shaving or cleaning that off, your hair would grow back. I was like, no, Mom, it's not coming back. There's no hope for that. Oh,
It's genetic, Mom.
She believes in you, even now.
Thanks.
wow.
She believes in your follicles, Ruben.
I mean, on one hand, they say that it follows your mother's father line. My mother's father was bald, but my brother, who also has the same grandfather, has a full head of hair. So fuck that. I don't know.
Okay, so what did you eat that was different than him in the first 4 years of your life?
Let me pull the list out. I got that right here.
Bullshit question.
One of the things your mom said,
I guess it was Fruit Loops, yeah.
Fruit Loops, I love Fruit Loops. Which color do you like?
Can't walk that back, Ruben.
I know. I've never had Fruit Loops.
That's homophobic.
No, you're not American.
That's
Never
homophobic.
been in
Wait, I had them in those
casserole.
tiny little boxes that you have on road trips. I had Fruit Loops in those. You know what I'm talking about? The little pack that you're supposed to cut into like that weird incision so you eat it right in the box. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Ruben.
It's pretty messed up, really.
Oh my God, I think nobody really understood that either. Like that's what you were supposed to do. It was like a revelation.
Right, it was a revelation.
What are we talking about?
They would tell you, I don't know if there were instructions on the packet or something, but those little kid box, like the little mini boxes.
Yeah, okay, I know them.
You could cut them, you'd place them down flat, and you could cut it in a certain way, and then pour your milk in, so it was a little bowl.
Yeah, my
But
mom
that's a
figured that
messy,
out.
stupid little bowl. You know?
Yeah.
I'm really good at
Whoa,
get out of
Ruben,
hole
you
and
told
form
it what a bad job it did at come.
I'm calling Kellogg's.
You messy, stupid little bowl.
You want to sue them for, trauma and PTSD from childhood because you couldn't get it right?
That's right. My whole life has been dealing with the
I think you need to call the class action suit lawyers at Morgan & Morgan and get that started.
Wait, Morgan & Morgan?
201-444-444.
If you have a phone, you have a lawyer.
Email about the Google hidden browser lawsuit that they're.
Seth, please go watch your Instagram so you can understand the B2 video that I keep.
Okay, great, thank you.
Oh, is it up?
I appreciate it.
Your,
No, I can send it to you. Give me 1
please, I
minute.
would love it.
Is anyone smoking this morning?
Jason, how are you?
Monday.
Doing good.
Yes, Ruben.
Okay, just checking.
Everyone on that video I sent around.
Smoking alone. Seems lonely.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Everybody keeps sending me that video saying I sound like that woman in the video.
Gee. Is it you?
Don't all Persians sound all like the same?
No, I'm talking about the video of the lady heckling the Israeli shirtless runner.
Really? To get
Yes, everybody keeps saying like Roya. That sounds
Sorry.
like.
I'm sorry to send it to you like a millionth person, but it was so funny.
It is fun.
Only in Israel. She's like on the 8th floor and she sees guys, says, "Come on, are you single? Are you under 30? Come to my bomb shelter."
It's almost like a death prayer, Roya.
No, that prayer. He's doing a parody. Okay, because they have like the mullahs, like they do like these cry, like they'll put a microphone and they'll do like the story of this, I don't know, fucking imam died because his dick actually got bent when he was, trying to save, all of that stuff. So they're doing it in the voice of those rose, they call it a rose. So it's really funny if you're Persian, I'm just saying, but it's super.
I get it though. I get it because that prayer is like a crying prayer.
And he's like, Bitumade.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
It's so funny. Rev can't stop sending them to me. because they're so fucking funny.
Good. Yeah, cry. I bet they're doing a lot of crying prayers right now. Roy, I can see why you like that video. You do find it ironic that they're saying E2 Omida or whatever they're saying, which is they're coming. E2, which is they will come, but the ironic thing is the video is the planes coming back to base after they hit the nuke.
I can send more because they've done a bunch of them. They're really.
No, you gotta change it from B2 whatever to like they came back, not they.
Did I send you the one of the guy who's just looking up at the sky, eating sunflower seeds?
No, that sounds like most people in the Middle East when an attack is coming. Yes, I saw that one too.
That one was, I just sent you a really funny one.
Yeah, I saw that one too. It's
You
funny.
saw it? Yeah. With the rabbi versus the...
Yeah, yeah, and I know the rabbi. I've seen him many times. He's a fucking lunatic.
He's so fucking funny. I love the videos they do with him.
So this is an interesting wrinkle. Qatar themselves is vowing a response.
Without anyone else.
Oh wow.
On their own.
A response to who?
Iran.
J-Lo. Really?
Yeah, which I mean might be bullshit, but like vows in the Middle East are very serious.
This I swear to you.
Yes, based on the blood of my father, Inigo Montoya.
And his father before him, and then his father's father.
But that is a wrinkle. I'm guessing they wish they could retract that statement.
Where did you see that?
And they also are confirming that there were no casualties in Qatar.
Amen. And amen. And amen.
Both?
In fact, they're reporting no casualties or damage.
So what did it hit? The water?
The desert.
Okay.
I mean,
I practiced.
I thought it got intercepted. That's why they heard explosions in the air. I thought it was intercepted.
A number got intercepted. A number, it's being reported, hit the ground, but apparently didn't hit anything that can cause damage. So, i.e. the desert. Which is probably what Iran targeted in the first place, because maybe they're not insane.
Yeah, very true. So this has got all the militia guys very agitated, and they're like, I'm not gonna go die for Israel, you know, but so far no one has to die for Israel, so yeah.
No one's dying here.
Yeah, exactly. But all these MAGA guys are now, a bunch of MAGA guys with the non.
That's because they're a bunch of pussies at the end of the day.
They have this non-interventionist thing. Yeah, that's important for them.
Not really.
No?
No.
Okay, well, at least they say it's important, all right? I mean, some of them are decent.
Most of them just don't really like Jews.
I mean, that's totally true, yeah. That's totally true.
Jeff, the base in Qatar was totally evacuated a while ago.
I don't know if it was totally evacuated, but they definitely got all their planes off the ground. They sent non-essential personnel back, but I'm sure they were still like that's the main logistics hub for everything that's going to Israel. So like they still have operations there, but they definitely pared it back a few days ago. I-24 is now saying that I believe they're saying that there was no attack on the base in Iraq. New York Times is reporting that Iran did give Qatar advance notice of the attack in Qatar.
Crazy.
The Qatari media is reporting 9 of 10 missiles were intercepted. 1 did land. Sources are saying Iranian attack is not over. The response may later involve Israel as well. I'm going far enough back now. It's a bunch of bullshit in here.
There's
But that was coming from
reports,
like
there's
1.24.
reports that there is stuff going on.
I mean,
There's always stuff.
I mean, there were lots of reports about Bahrain, Oman, Iraq, Kuwait, but all of that appears to be incorrect. UAE, yeah, but all that appears to be incorrect. Is the Economic Times a bullshit paper? I think it is. I think it tries to pretend it's The Economist, but they seem to have wild headlines.
And teenagers that took over their social media.
Yeah, so what's the Onion got to say? Their top headline is, Congress, now more than ever, our nation needs your cowardice. We'll stand up for our democracy. This question has only grown more pressing as our country approaches its 250th anniversary. Each passing day brings growing assaults on essential liberties like freedom of speech and due process. Meanwhile, our delicately assembled legal system faces a constant barrage of threats. We teeter on the brink of collapse into an authoritarian state. That is why today, the Onion calls upon our lawmakers to sit back and do absolutely nothing.
This guy laugh riot.
The calls for impeachment over the bombs are probably the most hysterical to me. No congressional approval.
People siding with Iran is what blows me away.
Well, I mean, the other question, Ruben, when was the last time we sought and got congressional approval? Just name me the last president. For shits and giggles.
I think it was.
About 26,000 bombs on 5 different countries.
It was Desert Storm was the last time we got an approval, and that one wasn't really kosher because it was not an authorization for war against the country. It was an authorization of war against terrorism.
I just find it laughable. The hypocrisy, that's all. And again, I don't love that we don't go to Congress, don't get me wrong, but this is on Congress. They have abdicated their duty a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now we're going to now institute this new sort of moral authority because it's Trump.
What do we bribe those guys for anyway?
Right. Listen, if they, as it is, I understand. I mean, there's rumors. The New York Times, which loves to print anything bad for Israel, they're saying that Iran had advance notice and moved some of their enriched uranium to somewhere else. If they had gone through Congress, they would have removed everything. There would have been no element of surprise at all. Further, I just want, I've been kicked out of I went to a very liberal college, and I was in some text groups with friends. Since Saturday night, they've excluded me from their text group. They started a new one without me because, I simply said that basically I supported the bombing. And all I'm going to say is that some people hate Trump so much, the hatred of Trump is so much that they can't see anything else. They can't see the evil of the Iranian regime. They can't see. They forget about all the people who, over the years, said, Hillary Clinton, all the Democrats over the years who said that Iran can't have a nuclear bomb, etc. The hatred of Trump is so deep for these people that they've lost all objectivity.
I just double-checked it with perplexity. The last war approved by Congress was, in fact, World War II.
That was a good one.
That's why they sometimes refer to the Korean War as a conflict,
Biden dropped bombs as late as, was it December or January? I mean, we dropped bombs on Yemen, on Syria. I don't recall any congressional approval. I mean, it's the calling for impeachment that is just, it's laughable. Honestly, it's laughable.
That's why we don't take it too seriously here, and we just continue reading onion articles.
Oh, they're taking it seriously. Look at AOC. She's about to piss her own pants.
A mess.
And then we get the Howard Stern line in the background. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I was compared to Stern again this morning for this room.
AOC, they're all going crazy. It doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't? It doesn't.
Maybe she's so wet.
Oh, Biden.
Oprah Winfrey, Negro woman of the South.
Randy, I don't think we're supposed to call them that anymore.
I'm just quoting from Stern. I'm doing my Stern soundbite that.
Oh, you might want to say quote those words.
If you know, you know. Thank you.
If you don't know, you sound kind of racist.
All right. I am racist. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm racist in that I'm racist against white people. So yeah, guilty as charged.
For the good guys.
Stop it, Randy. You're not racist against me. Now cut it out.
Well, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the.
No, I'm just a token white friend.
No, I have to say I practice affirmative action. If you're not white, you can be an 8. If you are white, you need to be at least a 9. So definitely got a quota system going on here. If you want to get in my pants and you're white, you gotta be at a much higher level than the non-whites.
Yeah.
Thanks. See?
Now I do have an expansive definition for non-white. I'll even include some Italians in that definition. But yeah, if you're a real white, like a real white, yeah, it's got to be something really exciting and good.
What's a real white?
Mayflower.
Just the whites really need to stretch before they come see me. Let's put it that way. They got to be limber.
Did you just call me a white? I'm offended.
That's what he's saying. He's saying we're white, and that's.
I did not call you a white, but yeah, I mean technically I am talking about you. I think. Yeah. Howley paleface.
But Ella's very limber, so there she's a 10.
Yeah, I do yoga. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean.
Exactly. Set. I am Dr. Remulak. It's an oldie.
Oh, yeah.
Remulac
Yeah,
like something
yeah,
from
so
Star
like
Trek.
before I was born. Jesus, stop, John. Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Klingons
Pretty sure
and
it is.
Remulacs are at war.
Dr. Remulac. Let's see what year that was from.
Look, it's from a Stern Show quote. Okay, it's a guy who used to call, and he had a OCD, and he just used to call in and repeat.
Yeah, it's not that old. You know, I stopped listening to Stern when he got divorced. He's so much less interesting.
It's all relative. He's still more, it's still more interesting than most. Honestly, I stopped listening to Stern as much when Clubhouse happened because, you know, I get to chime in with Stern.
He cuts into your Clubhouse time.
Right. This is the panel. This is the show. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like,
This is talk radio, but you can actually.
I'm part of the whack pack on this show.
You are.
You know?
You're part of the whack pack. It's all good.
Yeah, you know, we had this conversation once, and, you know, people expected Liz to be my Robin Quivers, but it turns out that's Hills.
Is
I
it?
missed the whole joke. I was typing. What did he just say?
I said people expected this is like the Stern Show, and people expected when we talked about this, Liz would be my Robin Quivers, but in turns out you're my Robin Quivers.
Yeah, I'm the whitey. I'm the whitey with the breast reduction. It's opposite of the black woman with the big tits. It's
Robin had breast reduction
straight
too.
blonde hair, no braids. Like it's very opposite of Robin Quick.
I mean, it's breast reduction. It's pretty.
I mean, I don't see race in Color Hills. All I see is a funny, supportive, positive woman who laughs a lot with previously giant tits and a breast.
All you see is DNA, Jeff.
And seriously, she contributes to the show.
Yeah, her laugh is Robin's laugh is like one of the best laughs of all time. Robin Quivers.
I don't know. I would put Hills' laugh up against their real.
I mean, we've got a white woman's laugh and a black woman's laugh. They're both very soulful, you know.
You know, a lot of my black friends don't see color either. I think it's really cool.
Could be a birth defects.
Yes, many of them have sickle cell colorblind.
That happens.
I just don't want to be the Jackie the Joke man of this room. I'm sorry. Poor Jackie. I heard they study his case at Harvard Business School for real. They study his negotiation and how he left the show. They study it. You know, when a guy thinks he has more leverage than he has.
Yeah, I you know, it's been too long for me to watch it. I would defer to Seth to know who's who. But I think if I had to say, you're the Gary Chandler of my show.
That's high praise. If you're talking about him when he was still alive, a Gary Shandling, sure.
Yeah. Before he died, after he was funny.
Ouch, he was funny. Listen, he was funny. There's a lot of, you know, I don't even remember him as a guest on the Stern Show very much, to be honest. Gilbert was a major guest. Then suddenly he was banned from the show.
He was on the show several times at least.
Oh, multiple times, but then they stopped having him on.
No, not Gilbert. Shandling was on the show.
Oh my God.
What else?
I wouldn't have believed this was real if I hadn't watched the video of him actually saying it. Zoran Mamdani announces he'll launch government-run supermarkets in New York City if elected mayor. What could go wrong there? Amazing.
I pray so heavily that this guy does not win, but I heard a crazy statistic today that he was beating Cuomo 53 to 47 or something. It scares me.
Soviet-style grocery stores say it is.
I'm confused though. He's running for governor. How can someone do that part of the
mayor.
Running for mayor.
Oh, mayor. Okay. Now that makes more sense.
He wants to. He said the buses will be free. I mean, geez. That's one way to get people to vote for you is to make the buses free.
Okay, let's just ask Brock. Let's just ask Brock about his connections to Middle Eastern terror groups.
He's a co-founder of of what, I forgot the group he's a co-founder of, Students for Free, I forgot the name of it, SJP or whatever it is. Students for Justice Palestine. He's a co-founder of that.
At that point, and I mean this in all sincerity, to my Jewish friends, New York is becoming increasingly a problem.
Yeah, I mean, the past few years it's been disgusting cesspool of left-wing stupidity.
Unfortunately, a lot of Jewish people are backing him. He couldn't win without some Jewish vote, in a city like New York.
So what is it going to take for the Jews to back the anti-Semites, Trump? I mean, how much Democratic failure do you have to see?
I didn't quite follow your question.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I'm pulling your leg, but there's just not enough right-wing Jews yet.
Well, here's the thing.
Republican Jews.
In New York City, you have a lot of Jewish people who have replaced religion with the Democratic Party and the New York Times. Those are their twin gods, with CNBC right behind it. And so it's an echo chamber. So if you have the Democratic Party and the New York Times and CNN all saying the same thing, then, these Jewish people, I mean, they've been behind the New York Times, forever. So it's very hard to deprogram people. To them, the New York Times is a Bible. If it's in the Times, it's a fact. And it's very hard
Jews wrote the Bible, too.
people. Yeah. Go ahead,
label. I hate this label, but the majority of Jewish people in New York are what I would call cultural Jews. Their Judaism stops at bar mitzvahs. They have very little ties to Israel. They eat bagels on Sundays, read the New York Times.
Right.
It's a cultural thing. It's an ethnic thing. It's not a religious thing.
For sure, and they're proud of it, and they laugh about it, yeah.
Right, and they feel moral superiority that their viewpoint is better than anybody else's. It's the hard left portion of the Democratic Party, or the mild left portion of the Democratic Party, depending on how inculcated they are. And it's a real thing. I see it in my family.
Aren't the majority of Jews though who are in the U.S. not really that religious? Everyone that I know from every other state that I know people who are Jewish, none of them are religious.
37% are Reformed, approximately equivalent to maybe 30%, according to Pew, are unaffiliated. Only 14% are conservative and 8% are Orthodox. So that's a pretty huge block of unaffiliated or mildly affiliated Jews.
Well, and I would push back on the characterization that the line, like both unaffiliated and Reform, will contain people who are more than culturally Jewish and those that are not. There are plenty of unaffiliated Jews who spend significant time with Chabad, for example. And what I'll say is, I hope you're right, that like probably 80% of Jews in America are not what I would call observant. I would put myself in the other 20%, because I do observe at a meaningful level. But that doesn't mean the remaining 80% are only cultural Jews. They may have specific practices. They may have a strong Jewish identity that is greater than just, bagels on Sunday, which I hate, because that's a very narrow view of what it is to be a Jew in America. I think the issue in New York is the same issue you have with all the communities in New York, is that it's this religious liberalism that, check your brain at the door, like you got a loyalty test with the Democrat Party. It's a problem.
Yeah, that's not how I meant it. I just meant that it's just not just New York. I have friends all over the country who are Jewish, and they'll go to the high holidays. They'll go to synagogue for the high holidays, but they don't do Shabbat. They don't go to the temple any other time except for Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah.
And they have a Seder. They have for Passover they observe that, and Passover and Hanukkah are big, and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are big. But absent that, it's not as focused as the way Jeff described it.
If you took any of those people and gave them the same standard of living, and they were in Israel, a state with Jews, and all the holidays were scheduled around Judaism, they would all be a hell of a lot more Jewish.
You mean it's easier to say?
Say that again. I didn't understand that. Except.
What do you mean by, like, the vast majority of Jews in Israel don't go to synagogue either, but the synagogue they don't go to is Orthodox.
But they celebrate the holidays. Their kids know the holidays. I mean, correct. Our kids,
they'll take
our
off.
kids
They'll have
in Israel.
Shabbat. They'll have dinner together on Friday night because that's what they do. They'll wish people Shabbat Shalom.
There's a reason
so they
it's
don't
in the
do any
calendar.
Shabbat customs. It's cultural. It's not religious.
Well, here's an innocent question.
That is religious.
In Jewish public schools, in Israel public schools, do they study Torah at all? Tell me, because I don't know.
They give like all of the basics of stories and the outline of it, but it's not like you're going to learn the parsha of the week.
In Jewish public schools, they don't study the Talmud. Tell me, do they study Talmud
It's
at
like,
all?
it's like when you're taking social studies and you learn about American history.
Exactly.
In Israel history, it's biblical history. Like it's
right.
part
Why
and
would
parcel.
the Jews
So I guess
not
you should
teach
buy
the Bible?
I just wonder at what level. I mean, if it's just a unit, or do they study Torah every other day? And that's the difference I'm trying to understand.
No, they don't study Torah every other day.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Hold on. Can we take a step back here? Are you asking about quote unquote Jewish public schools? Because I don't know what that is.
Israel. I meant to say Israel.
Got you.
Yeah. No, that's not a function. You go to a private school, definitely a function, but it's
Well, hold on a second. Wait. Are you saying this, Yaakov, with experience with Israeli public school system, or are you saying this?
I've seen Israeli. I've seen the curriculum as a teacher.
Look at these liberal Jews horrified that Israelis are teaching the Torah in public.
No, what do you mean? I want it. Baruch Hashem, I want it. Don't project onto us.
Yeah, who's saying?
Yeah, who's a liberal, by the way? Anyway, yeah.
Hey, Rabbi, any thoughts on? Did you come to a conclusion?
I did. I made a decision on Friday. Staying in Dallas.
Okay.
It was like neck and neck. I really decided on a Friday. Like,
That is what I really wanted for you, Matt. I am so proud of this decision.
That was.
Now go to Denver.
I'm gonna take my gun from my cold dead hands.
Go to Denver and go get some good food and go check out that used bookstore because that's a cool place.
I haven't since, and I've lived in
Yes, go there. Yes. I love it.
Rabbi, did access to guns?
So proud of you, Matt.
Access to guns?
Guys,
Sorry.
so Fox News reports. So the Fox News article. And it says Israel unleashed strikes on Iran following the attack on U.S. bases in Qatar.
Yes. Do you know what they struck though? It's Bastille Day now. They hit the entrance of Evin Prison, which is the
Matt, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We woke up to that news. Do you really think we didn't discuss that?
I know, but poor Rafi is just finding out this news.
I knew that they struck
from yesterday.
Hey, Rabbi?
That's true. I understand that he is Canadian.
So, how much did gun rights and access to guns in Texas compared to California play any role whatsoever in your?
Not really.
Okay.
The comfort with the life that I have, well, in in a more of a microcosm within the macrocosm that is, I like my life in Texas.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. The cost of living thing, it was, you know, just, I have, you know, a lot of my friends there. It's yeah. I'm gonna miss my nephew, but otherwise, fuck yeah.
Rafi, did you say that Iran hit a U.S. base in Qatar?
Following strikes on the U.S. base, yes.
Is it a confirmed base, or did it land in the desert outside?
Well, Fox News is saying that, again, this is Fox News.
Right, Fox.
And they stated, Israel unleashes strikes on Iran following attack on U.S. base in Qatar. Meaning that they attacked the base in Qatar. Or they
presumably no confirmed hits or casualties.
I just read that they were intercepted.
Yeah, and I just said there were no casualties or damage.
Was there casualties or damage?
Can I ask a bit of a formulaic question? In what way are these confirmed attacks on a U.S. base?
Because they know where the rocket is.
No, he's asking for more. You're asking a much more pedantic question than that.
Yes.
Yes, because most likely this attack on a U.S. base was actually an attack on a piece of desert right next to a U.S. base, meant to look like a U.S. base, because it's basically virtue signaling by warfare or the other way around. And you're just being pedantic and saying, did they really attack a U.S. base? Am I getting you right, Magdal? Yeah, and the answer is ostensibly maybe.
Because you know, Iran could be in the midst of a war.
Actually, I have a better answer for you, McNutt. Yeah, I have a better answer for you. The answer is it doesn't matter whether their target was actually the base or whether anything actually hit the base. They literally informed Qatar before they launched the missiles they were launching an attack on the base. They claimed that after the missiles were launched that they attacked the U.S. base. That was the named target. The fact that they may have actually targeted an area, 1,000 feet off the base because they didn't want to actually hit anything is kind of irrelevant, especially since at least 9 of the 10 missiles actually were intercepted.
And they gave advance warning. Claimed responsibility, the IRGC, the Ayatollah, who said
he said he did.
And McZed, they let the U.S. know in advance that they were attacking.
Interesting.
I only read that they let Qatar know, which is effectively the same thing.
Is there anything else they notified the United States of?
No, not really. The Ayatollah has been constipated the last few days. He wants them to understand that.
Is it true the hotel is closed?
I mean, that could make some sense.
That would make sense.
I was watching this video. It says even though the hotel is closed, special access is permitted for, and they showed a man and woman about to be married, and they were literally. There was one guy in the men's section, it was the man, and there was one woman in the women's section, it was the bride-to-be, and they were praying. It's like, wow, you never see that.
An interesting irony that will anger anti-Semites. World Central Kitchen, the nonprofit that operates in war zones, and unfortunately had that... They got hit in Gaza and then fired half their staff because they discovered half their staff were Hamas people. They're now actually cooking in Israel for Israelis.
Wow. Good on them.
Wonder if that's gonna go public.
It should.
No, I understand it should, but is it gonna go public? That's the question.
Well, I mean, if Jeff knows it, it's public, right?
Right, it's a good point.
I do have my special sources. Yeah, basically.
But you know it is public. It's not secret.
But hope it's not like where all the crazy leftists, like their channels, like CNN, NBC, ABC, whatever they watch. It's
whatever.
Okay, but you can't keep on saying crazy leftist guys. Like I watch all channels. I watch CNN, and I'm not a crazy leftist. Okay.
All right.
So let's
that's
look.
good. Jeff, is there any update on like Bastille Day, the destruction of the prison? Like, do we know what the results of that have been?
I mean, we know the front gate was taken out very precisely. There is a claim that that somehow caused damage to the building nearby that was that holds women. There is some, seems like more of a rumor than anything else, that some of the women may have escaped, some of the women may have been killed, but I'm not seeing anything reputable that suggests any of those things, other than what we all saw in the video. The gate was very specifically hit, and basically the hinges were still on the doorposts.
Right.
Like that blast seemed to be sized perfectly for it only destroying that door.
It's an interesting shot, and because like obviously there are political dissidents in the prison and criminals, and like, you know, you don't want to kill them, but
and whoever recorded it clearly was expecting it to blow up and was within 100 feet of the door.
Right. I'm sure they notified people too. I don't know what Iran did in response, or if they took it credible.
So another little wrinkle: the Qatari foreign minister Majid al-Ansari is now saying Qatar reserves the right to respond.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. What I want to understand: Qatar wants to respond to whom?
Iran.
Iran. Qatar wants to fight Iran. That's what I thought you meant.
They reserve the right to respond to this Iranian provocation.
Oh, I love that. I love this.
It's pretty cute.
No, it's good.
But Iran
And
warned them.
Qatar's picking a side early. That's nice.
In other news, and I am just reading tweets, this is not financial advice, and I have not checked, but apparently, according to Ryan Arnold, whoever the hell that is, the Dow Jones is up almost 300 points, and even the stock market is laughing at Iran.
That's hilarious. That is funny.
But that was, I think Green was saying that a few days ago, that the stock market is the next today.
Listen, someone is going to be rebuilding Iran in the big way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all these buildings are going to be rebuilt.
What's that company?
Yeah, the Israelis, people from prison that are going to rebuild Iran.
I think we're overstating, honestly. This is not Iraq. We're not leveling cities. It's not Gaza. Like, yeah, there's going to be a contract to repair refineries. There's going to be a contract to repair runways. There's going to be a contract to build new police stations. But like, yeah, this is not a country that Israel has decimated and needs, you know, billions upon, like, they're like, it's not like the 150 billion that Gaza needs. And it's also a country filled with people who actually work. So
Yeah,
like,
they
have, what's that?
I'm saying the only things they hit were nuclear and a horrible prison that they will happily leave to ruin.
They hit other buildings. I mean, I can't.
They hit the 7th floor of the Mullah's residence on Park Avenue.
Okay. Wasn't that to take out generals and nuclear scientists?
Most of what they're hitting have been army bases, like police stations. You know, they've hit some ports. I mean, there is some infrastructure. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this is not going to compare. You're talking about a country that's 100 times the size of Israel.
Right.
And whatever rebuilding will take place will largely take place on their dime, and it's going to be a fraction of what Gaza needs. So,
okay, I'm not going to die on this hill. My last comment is the war ain't over yet, and we'll see. But yeah, I take all your points. I will be, they're all correct. But it's not over yet, and depending on who, it is what it is. I take all your points.
I think we have to be aware that there is a narrative out there that says wars like this are waged so the U.S. and the West can take advantage of the places where the wars are happening and make for themselves giant contracts to rebuild those places. And I mean, it's one thing to be accurate and say, well, this will be like there are some opportunities for rebuilding, but I don't think
you are correct.
I don't think
so what do you think the stock market bump is about then? Because that's what I was responding to. What do you think why is the rise out there then?
I think they don't have faith that Iran can defend this.
I think Iran has been priced out of the market already for several days. I think everything about Iran has been priced out of the market already. There is virtually no uncertainty at this point as to what the final economically relevant pieces of this are going to be.
And hence, because there's no more uncertainty now the market can rise. Okay. All right. I was trying to look for more.
Yeah, well, and that's more than I would normally give, since I don't typically talk about these things. But I will also point out one other thing. Oil is down 6.5% today. So another indicator that the market is seeing what's been happening today as something that is de-risking their portfolios, not increasing risk.
Right. That's interesting.
And I agree with you about that narrative that's out there. Yes, I certainly wouldn't want to put a log on that fire. I hate that narrative because it's certainly not the motivation.
You know, I think it's a unique, at least for people, you know, in your age or my age, well, really for anyone, I think it's a unique war because you've got a very competent people and the war is being waged explicitly and directly only against the government. So you will have an entire country filled with people with skills, with jobs that will be very capable. I mean, they have more engineers there per capita than we do. They'll be very capable of doing a great deal of this rebuilding their damn selves. Yeah. And I don't think that's typically the case after most wars. So I understand why we get a little we make assumptions here, but I think it's important to recognize that the Iranian people, if they ever get their asses out in the street and boot the government, they're a very competent group of people, and they're not likely to be a burden on the international community like most other places.
If we're going to keep this Howard Stern-esque, the question of the day, though, is, does that mean, though, there will be more bukkake in it?
There's always more bukkake and
more strip clubs for sure, dude.
Well, I think that
more strip clubs.
Jeff should also introduce analingus. You guys should do a whole course on how to properly eat pussy. There's gonna be a lot of re-educating.
Oh my God.
What
if
a
you
great
could get there's 100 million people there. If you could get the franchise, the Playboy channel, can you imagine the Playboy channel in Iran?
Playboy.
You're gonna go from whatever porn in Iran is a growth industry, man. I mean, if I had the money and the time, I'd get into it.
It is already there. What makes you think it's
already there?
Come on, I mean,
already there
everywhere. It's universal.
Okay.
Wait, you're saying they have the internet in Iran?
Yes, they do.
All right. Okay.
Not so sure.
Do they have strip clubs there?
They've been done.
I am sure they have underground strip clubs. They have.
Okay, well, I'm suggesting
underground liquor
overground
establishments.
Are you
suggesting overground ones? Do they have sex clubs? Do they have sex clubs in Iran?
You know, the last time I was there, I didn't find any, but I was only in Isfahan, I wasn't in Tehran, so, you know.
Do they have,
is that the universities are still open?
Is there a swinging scene? I'm trying to find some angle, some way to make a buck over there.
But between, you're striking out in New York City and you need to go to Tehran.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. If I could go there and set up like, I don't know, some kind of swingers club, you know, and then just,
What
you
was the
know.
last cereal you created?
The last what?
The last breakfast cereal you created, what was the name of it?
No. I mean, I'm not in that business. I don't quite
You're a
understand.
serial entrepreneur. What?
Oh, get it. I
You
get
did
it. I
say
get
you're
it,
a
yeah.
serial
All right, dude. You're corny and flaky. Okay. But I love you.
I know. I would say there's money for diasporic reinvestment in Iran.
Yes.
They'll want to go back. A lot of them.
So my buddy who I went to Shabbat dinner for or at last week just texted me that one of the girls at Shabbat dinner wants to introduce me to her friend, and that's a no.
Why?
I would struggle to be attracted to her.
Well, wait. You saw the friend?
She's an Ago?
Yeah, I was sent a picture.
Yeah, you know. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Where's the trouble?
I'm not really looking to date someone who looks like Snuffleupagus.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
I hate that. I hate when friends try to hook me up with, like, someone who's clearly below my social status, you know.
There can only be one Snuffleupagus, Randy, and it's you, babe.
No, anyway, I mean, I haven't been set up with anybody lately. To the best of my knowledge, I meet all my victims, through the apps. I don't think I've been set up with anyone lately. I mean, maybe, here and there, but it's not my thing.
Oh, but Jeff, what of Hermitas?
What?
What of Hermitos?
What of Hermitot?
Yeah.
I don't speak Ashkenazi.
Understand the correct pronunciation of the stuff?
What does that mean? Tell us what it means.
Those are characteristics, character traits, good qualities.
Is it like a fat ass, McSaid?
No, Mitos refers to like behavior.
Oh,
like
okay.
is she
Not physical.
She's got a heart of gold.
And a fat ass.
With the price of gold, you know what
Fat ass. Girl.
Yeah. By the way, remember that whole exercise that I was doing with the appraisals of everything? Oh boy, did I feel it on my insurance bill.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my.
Oh my dear Lord, green living.
Leslie, check your PTR, your Instagram.
All right.
I don't think y'all sent me anything.
You never check your Instagram.
I don't ever. You're right. You're actually right. I will create chats and leave.
Come on.
I know. I'm sorry. Just send it. I mean,
Hell no.
I mean, you see it?
Yo, have you ever seen the old Beauty and the Beast that was on television with Linda Hamilton? that bitch looked like the Beast, which is not good.
I will check my Instagram.
Have you ever seen Dupley Zoo where they have a lion on there? That looked like the Cowardly Lion. It's not a
Yes, very cowardly lion.
Very.
Further face.
All the things I'm saying are accurate.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm also not even gonna be insulted because the woman who wants to introduce me, like, it speaks to my like character that she wants to introduce me. She's also like not so cute, so like she may have an issue with understanding like hierarchies.
Totally. But it's nice that you're nice to them. I'm just saying. No, you don't have to date them though.
No, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of all types of creatures.
Yep.
When you know bottom.
The general explaining strips on what the fuck are we talking about? I want to be part of this conversation, I think.
Well, it's too late. The conversation's over.
Oh, okay.
Darcy, were you sleeping?
No, I have white strips on my teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what.
Yeah.
That is traumatic. I hope you're able to complete that successfully. Now you know your white strips are supposed to be in your teeth, not in your ears, right?
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvin is plumbing.
I did put that in my
Hello,
ear.
Marvin. So, Marvin, we were just talking about how missiles were shot at a piece of desert just outside the U.S. Air station in Qatar. What are your thoughts?
I love it. I love it. It's great. You know?
What would you estimate the odds are that they actually targeted the actual air base versus like a little piece of desert just outside there?
You mean before they made the phone call and said, hey, we're going to be sending some missiles soon, so just get ready?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. I mean, what would you say the odds are that the target wasn't even anything that was developed or like real?
I mean, huge, but let's. I don't want to have that conversation. That's just a lot of fluff. That's foreplay, right? Let's get into the meat of the issue. What are they going to do?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing, right? And if they, well, when you say they're not going to do anything, they will continue to launch missiles at Israel. That's what they will do, right?
Yeah.
And that's where they're gonna get slapped again. Right? It's slapping time.
Marvin, did you hear correctly that Qatar has reserved the right to attack Iran?
I mean, they should reserve the right, but you think they want to waste their time?
Their first statement was actually that they will respond. He's walking back to they reserve the right to respond, and they won't respond. So that's that. But Marvin, yeah, they're going to keep going back and forth with Israel. But if you notice, Israel's target set is completely different today than it has been. 100% Iranian IRGC cultural icons. It's anti-Israel clocked. It's the prison. It's the Basij headquarters. Like all they're doing now is going after missile launchers and the IRGC.
Right. What they're doing is they're preparing the battle space. That's what that's called.
Right.
And so that preparation is dual use. One, it's actually accomplishing something that's tactical, but two, it's putting pressure on the Ayatollah to submit his resignation letter.
God, this is so hot. Sorry, keep going.
And as he does not do that, the checklist that's on the targeting desk is they're just, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next, right? There's a huge list. And what's going to happen is it's going to go back and forth and back and forth. And the allies are going to be like, we're just going to send 3 or 4 and take out more of their targets. And it's going to be a death by 1,000 lashes. Slowly but surely. And slowly what I mean by is in days, not weeks or months.
We were talking earlier, Marvin, that the markets have priced in like Iran is a non-issue right now at this point. With what happened today, oil went down, the market went up. Should have been the opposite.
I'm gonna
Iran doesn't even matter.
I'm gonna lose you for a minute 'cause I'm driving and I'm gonna go through a dead zone. So I'll see you in a bit.
To come up with a character of somebody who's coked up right now, all jazzed up because of all the defense stocks. So coked up defense stock.
I bet you the defense stocks are down today.
No,
I'm crossing lines. They're not. They're up. Let's see. They're up a little bit. Let's see which ones are up, which ones are down.
I do find the stock performance interesting.
That's why I said it, because I figured you would.
Everything dropped last night like crazy.
Interestingly, Lockheed Martin is down for the year.
It's what?
It is. It is. They're all happy. It's the rally. It's the happy guy. He's been waiting for the defense stocks to go up. So every time Jeff and all of them go, we're gonna have another 4 rockets fired. Let's go! Fire it up, boys! We're gonna have steaks and oh.
Hey, Magoo. Do, 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 do. Do. Other people talk. I'm waxing my nose, so a little too nasal.
Ew! The fuck?
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
It's fine. You see, I get one hair at a
waxing
time.
his fucking nose. What the?
Someone just told me, don't kill the big one. And I said, I will, don't worry.
Takes hard work to be, like this. Go ahead, Marvin. We were waiting on you.
No, what did I miss?
Well, we were just talking about stocks being up and oil being down today with Iran fake attacking.
Right.
Well, isn't it because we basically got Iran in the bag that it's down?
The technical term is the market has priced in de-risking Iran, and that seems.
Marvin, is there any benefit to staging a faked, failed attack on a U.S. military base other than incompetence?
Yeah, it's huge. Like, remember the marketing message. It's all about marketing right now, right? Both sides. Trump is saying, "Hey, we don't want regime change. We just want to take out their nuclear sites that, they aren't legal. That's all we're doing."
And then Israel attacks the prison.
And Iran's like, "Well, we have launched our mighty weapons and have destroyed those sites that we have hit with, 30 U.S. personnel dead."
So it has marketing value.
Yeah, it's huge.
Right.
You gotta control the narrative, man. You gotta. Right? There's nothing to see here. These drones aren't the ones you're looking for.
Right.
Okay, so you think it was intentional that they didn't want to actually have an American casualty on their hands?
They would love American casualties because they think we're evil. What they didn't want is provoke an American response.
An American response, right? So a non-hit.
Well, I think I would say to you that the heaviest weighted decision is based more on internal politics than external observations or impacts. Right? There is a huge, dire need to maintain control of the crumbling IRGC. Full stop. And in order to do that, you got to use smoke and mirrors. You got to pull a Trump, right? I'll finish the war in day one. I'll finish the war before I take office. COVID is not real. Kennedy is the best medical officer ever. Whatever he needs to say to win.
I hear you.
That's what they're doing right now.
I do like that. I'll win the war before I'm in office. That was a good argument. He was right.
Yeah. Hey, but listen. Fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. He made it. You got to give him credit.
And I'm sure Marvin knows this, but even more than
he's prized from Pakistan.
Even more than what you would see in any kind of other conflict in terms of the value of a perceived strike that wasn't really much of a strike, which are all actually very common in the Middle Eastern cultural milieu, right? Like honor, like they don't want to be seen to take such a monumental hit from America. They did it. Look back at what they did with Soleimani. It was the same thing. Right? We took out Soleimani. They hit some non-target, and then we didn't respond again. It's the same thing. This is like standard operating procedure because Iran, the Ayatollah wants to save face. He's not a coward. He attacked the Great Satan, and the Great Satan backed down. This is the narrative that they're going to paint today.
Yeah, that's right. They have to control the domestic narrative. And listen, we have two carrier groups. They didn't detect our B bombers. They fell for the distraction, Israel has taken out all of the strategic surface-to-air missile systems, so the window is going to be limited. That's why you will see a lot of pressure and a lot of action in these next days, because it's on the wake of the destruction of their surface-to-air missile architecture, right? If we give them too much time, they will repair those things. They will bring in new systems, and we don't want that to happen.
This is probably the best case scenario though, because what I was concerned about was that they would, like when it was coming, and we were getting lots of reports that it was not just Qatar, but that there were launches, that they were launching missiles on Iraq and UAE and Oman and Bahrain. I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to respond. And that response, if it was those 5 countries and all the bases were actually targeted, like we immediately take out everything on the coast there.
Right. Right. One of the things
and America bombing Iran is not going to be nearly as careful as Israel bombing Iran.
Right.
And I don't want to see that kind of.
Look. Part of me wants to lean towards all of this being for show. Iran has already been given their options, and they were pressured into day 61, we'll call it, right? And they already have, there is the off-ramp that has been presented to them, and there's a lot of backdoor conversation about what they're gonna do, and I think that Trump is in a position of like, look, it's kind of like your child, right? It's like, look, if you don't clean your room tomorrow, you're not going to get to watch TV. And tomorrow comes, doesn't clean his room, guess what? There's not going to be any TV.
It's a good metaphor.
I think that's...
Israel took out the TV station again this...
Right.
Did Iran forget to clean the room?
I think that's literally how much control the allies have right now on Iran. And they're gonna say, okay, let's try this again. We're gonna give you one more day, and if you clean your room, you'll get to watch TV. As the IRGC starts to put together their go bag and say, I gotta get the fuck out of Dodge, and I'm not gonna let the Western allies decide where I'm gonna go or how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it on my own.
Yeah, and Marvin, I think what's pretty clear is they've already been told that they've taken too long to clean their room, and they're now going to be shipped off to military school in Russia.
I think it's going to be Venezuela. I would rather take Venezuela than Russia, but I guess maybe that's the Latin in me.
I mean, I think it's fair. I'm not going to die on the hill of Russia. I also think, frankly, if Russia did take them on, that's really bringing way too much heat to Russia for taking all the evil bastards in the world at the same. Because they just took what's his face?
Well, they can all get together and have their own party, right?
They can have group therapy in Moscow.
A terrorism house party. Is that?
Yeah, kid and play are gonna.
It's called Tea House.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Hi everyone. Marvin, hi. Can you give me a timeline? We did play this game before.
Stop!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm gonna come over there and just slap you silly or tickle you silly.
No, I haven't heard you before. It's just like second day I'm hearing it. I've missed you if you have been saying. I know we did put a timeline before, but I need a new.
I told you what a timeline was. I said it's days. I mean, we are now in a battle rhythm that is driven by hours. No longer weeks, months, or half years. We are in a battle rhythm that is driven by hours. And, stay glued to your television. Did I say the television? Stay glued to your iPhone TikTok channel. Because clearly that is the best source of we report, you decide news.
Yeah.
I think it used to be Twitter, but that's now X now. They don't trust that. So Truth Social, if you want to know what Trump's about.
Truth Social and X. With a side of for the liberals Facebook.
We'll get a YouTube explainer on it in about a day.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in a few. I gotta get a haircut, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Good luck.
That's fine.
Palestinian, Barb?
No.
Ooh, somebody finally called the cops on me. The cops just waved. I wonder if it was the guy who befriended their big one.
In other news, the boardwalk in Tel Aviv is full of runners, and people just kind of it's literally packed.
Yeah, man. What's wrong? What the fuck?
500 to, it's being estimated 500 to 1,000 IRG have been killed today.
Yeah.
IRG cities.
If I was in Tel Aviv, I'd want to go to the beach. What's wrong? It's a beautiful day out probably there.
In other news, Reza Pahlavi says this is our Berlin Wall moment. So he's pushing hard to get people out to the street now.
Mm-hmm. If not now, when?
It's not like the like leading campaign.
In Germany, police officers were attacked and jumped up by a pack of migrants after attempting to arrest one of them for making sexual advances toward a young underage girl in a park in Hamburg. They all rushed to protect their friend and beat the police.
Does it say how many officers?
There's a video. Bunch.
A bunch of officers?
Actually, I'm lying. No, it looks like about 3 or 4 officers.
And a bunch of people.
And a bunch of people, yeah.
Damn.
Mahmoud Abbas from the Palestinian Authority condemned Iran's missile strike on the U.S.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's relevant.
Wait, no, condemn the missile strike on the U.S. That's a good thing.
Correct.
Why fuck him?
Well, because he's a cunt.
Oh, who?
Saudi Arabia strongly condemns the attack on Qatar.
Yes, I missed the source of the message, just heard the message itself.
So I guess Mamdani is becoming big news.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Palestinian Manhattan.
a disaster if he wins. But I can't even talk about it. It's going to embolden all the assholes. The worst people in New York will be emboldened by him. Khalil will become like a special advisor to the mayor. I mean, it's all the terrible shit.
Oh my God, guys.
Come again, please?
Oh my God, Randy.
Yeah, baby. Billy, come on up here, bro. I have some
I saw the early election result numbers. What do you think that means? That more people are going to come out for this Abu Dhabi knucklehead, or Jeff, or anybody? Has anybody seen the number?
Could you read? I didn't quite understand all the words you said. Sincerely.
The early election numbers regarding the New York City mayor. There are already body counts as to how many people voted. And I'm saying, based on that, does anybody have an analysis of what that means?
It's a disaster. Yes, and what did you see, 53 to 47? Like, Mondani to Cuomo, 53, 40, what did you see?
The total number of people that voted in each borough.
Interesting. I really don't know too much about it. I mean, I don't know more than I've said. I don't know how they came up with those numbers, except...
Why do people dream?
Why do people think?
Dream.
Could you say your question again? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just wondering, because this is the most unexplored territory of humanity. Why do people?
Well, isn't there an idea like evolutionarily that it was like a mechanism for us to like role play through scenarios that we maybe haven't encountered yet, or like a chance for us to practice? I don't know if that's true, but I read it. That would kind of make sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro, you got a valid point. Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of understand from everybody.
You're just trying to.
I'm working on an app right now. About why he.
Just try and change subject, Mesh.
Yeah, and you just thought clothing optional coffee was a great place to ask this question.
Hey, Mesh, if you want a quote from me, I'm going to give you a quote for your paper, okay? Try and get my quote right. If you get, dreaming is thinking while you're asleep. Period. Mic drop.
Yeah, drop that mic, bro. For real, that was awesome.
Did you get it all?
You got it all, I think. I hope.
You want to read it back to me? I'll confirm it.
The AI agency reached out to me yesterday, and they were trying to fund my whole idea for $100,000 for an idea. And I was like, hey, I have a dream idea, because every time I dream, no one knows how it works. And like, they're ready to fund it. They sent me like this document on my email, but I figured I would ask people in Clubhouse, because Clubhouse is a compilation of capitulations of nothing, you know. So we just come here and we have a good time. So I figured I'd ask some people before I even sign.
Let me ask you a question. Was that offer from the son of the former foreign minister of Nigeria?
It's not Nigeria.
Because I got a proposal from the son of the former foreign minister of Nigeria, and I mean, maybe they're doing that right now, and that's great. Good luck, sir.
Dang it, bro. Hopefully you do something with your life too.
Oh, for shizzle, man.
That was amazing just there.
I've been in the struggle for years, man, making my papers. You know.
Randy,
We have had
You know, my folks are immigrants, by the way. So you know, we all
Yeah,
do. You
I
know, we
do,
you know.
my dad,
we do it Haitian
sorry,
style.
my dad,
Haitian style, 2-3 jobs, bro.
So my grandpa and his dad before that, they both had 5 wives, and then my dad was the only one that broke his chain. He only has 1 wife. So I've been thinking about how to marry 5 wives again, and apparently it's illegal in my country.
Do you have the rizzle though?
Chris, you don't have a job, but you're gonna afford 5 wives. I don't understand.
No, his paypal is strong.
Is that often what you say to people when you meet them for the first time?
That you want 5 wives? Yeah,
5 lives or 5 wives? Which one are you talking about?
You gotta lay it out, man. It ain't gonna happen if you don't talk about it. I get you, man. You know, the only way to get 5 wives is to talk about it.
We all have to have a dream.
Yeah, talk about it. Deal.
Write it on a post-it and put it up in front of you, your desk, and fucking look at it all day, and it'll happen for you for real.
I will have 5 wives. I will have 5 wives. I will have 5 wives. Just do that. It's like a...
How random ass clubhouse joint that's a woman gonna talk about wives. Shut the fuck up.
See, now you done stepped
no, you didn't.
It's a mistake.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I mean, this is exactly what happens. Mesh, isn't it?
Yo, man.
I know you were the second.
I don't need a girl to tell me how to get wives.
No. You won't
She ain't one of your hoes, bro.
fucking little... You won't be speaking in here anymore, Mash. I hate to tell you, but you should...
Yeah, go ahead, give me you have all the power in the world.
Right now, man.
Bye, Mesh.
Everybody.
Yo, homie, don't play that.
Told me to dump
Get out
it.
of here with that bull.
Get the fuck out of here.
I fucking hate men sometimes.
You know what, Leslie?
Hashtag not all men.
Let me just explain. Not all.
Present company. Board rant.
Hashtag not all men.
Listen, through that whole interaction with Mesh, Randy, I ran out of emojis for you. So
God bless you, my
turn
friend.
that kind of criticism
I
back
love
around.
watching Randy also troll the trolls.
No, listen, man. Thank you. It's fun. Because the truth is that I love speaking Ebonics, and I don't get to anymore.
You were so
I
good
do
at
love
it.
it.
Do
So
you know
any
how
chance
quickly
I get, I
did
leap
that?
into it. I'm
You
fucking great at it. Yeah.
I was like, is he from the South? Is that my uncle? Who the fuck is this?
I dream in Ebonics,
You
okay?
guys are really, I think, might be telling the truth right now, sir.
In black and white or just black?
You have no idea what I said it before. My school was half black, and it was so great. I mean, when they weren't beating me up, it was great. Let me be clear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was the only white girl in a few classes.
saying they were
bubble gum in my hair. They were out.
You know, white kids and black kids both beat me up. Whatever. I had a big mouth.
They were mulatto, Randy? Your kids were mulatto in their school?
No. I think you know what I meant. I meant the population, 50%. Oh, whatever. It's Teaneck. I'll dox myself. I grew up and went to Teaneck High. Look it up. It's a very mixed town. It was also a town where they did busing very early on. In other words, for those 60s and 70s, we had 7 elementary schools, and everybody went to them based on where you lived. And black people lived in a third of the town. So the black people all went to the same elementary schools, the white kids went to the same elementary schools. And then they invented busing, and that was a very contentious issue. If you look at Boston in the 60s and 70s, and that city was really split apart a bit, but it was an intentional thing to integrate the schools. And Teaneck is famous because they voluntarily integrated. It wasn't court ordered. So basically, I'm going to say something crazy, okay? The first grade, we started public school and kindergarten, and kindergarten was still geographic, so we could walk to school, and I did. my kindergarten class was 100% white, Caucasian, whatever, 100%. And I used to like go through the school and look in the first grade and see a lot of African American kids. And I was really mystified. And then first grade started, and suddenly, there were kids from my class was roughly a third to half black. And that's what it was like. I'm just sharing a little history, and they took the bus. And that's the rest of the story. Thanks.
Thanks, David.
That was Randy.
I mean, thanks, Randy. I was looking at the wrong person on my phone. I'm so sorry, David and Randy.
Did anyone have a similar experience in their
Thanks,
school?
Randy.
Or was that all done
They
by the
kind of
way?
sounded like a
in
little bit.
52, and we had busing in the 60s, in the 70s.
Thank you, David.
in
Yeah,
my
thank
high
you,
school.
Randy.
It's funny. We have a few things in common. It's okay.
I love you
I
guys.
think we both wear glasses. So
I don't know what it is, but you guys are both like city guys. You guys are both
Yeah, smart, cute. I get it.
kind of sassy. You're trolling the troll back. I mean,
So, David, you had busing in Seattle?
Yeah.
Did you have? Yeah.
In the N60s, yeah.
Got it. It was a big deal, right? I mean, there were riots about it.
Yeah, there was riots about a lot of some of the political leaders that were promoting integration, they were actually killed in our city. But one of the main, a really educated minister, was the first black family to move into just my middle class neighborhood, right? And he had two sons my age. And it wasn't until I was a teenager that I really befriended and met a real black family and learned and became friends with them. So then I'll try and make this short. They moved into a wealthy part of town, okay? And there were no blacks in there, but they were forward thinking and integrating and not afraid. And the dad had become head of the Parks Department in Seattle, which was a good job. And his wife was a music teacher. And so the house they bought in the expensive white neighborhood was owned by Jews. And his wife had told me one day that the neighbors kind of had a welcoming party for them. And across the room, she could hear two neighbors talking. And one neighbor was saying to the other, "What are we going to do with the blacks moving in the neighborhood?" And the other neighbor said, "Well, we had Jews, I guess we can have blacks."
oh my God.
That's interesting.
Yo, you guys want to hear something? Apparently, Trump is building a golf course in Iran, and he already built 3 holes.
Good one, Rafi. You deserve dessert, sir, and a nap.
That's going to be a rough golf course.
Okay, so I just put in up top. The Washington Post has gotten audio purported to be a call between an Israeli intelligence agent and a high-ranking Iranian general that occurred immediately after the first round of targeted assassinations. If you don't want to listen to it, I'll just say that it essentially says, we just killed all your bosses. You're next on the list. You've got a few hours. Get the hell out, or at least make a video that says that the regime is evil and you're no longer working for them. So it's entertaining if that's the sort of thing. If you like that sort of thing.
Wait, so they said make a video like denouncing the regime as evil and we'll let you live? Or we're gonna kill you?
Yeah, it's essentially yes.
Apparently, there's a video from Iran that came in. Again, I don't know how it's coming in without internet, but there's
They have internet. They have
internet.
They have?
So apparently there's protest on the for the IRGC, that people came out with the IRGC flag.
Oh, Rafi, why are you so Canadian? That was 3 days ago.
Is it a 3-day-old video?
Yes.
Okay. So
I mean, unless the new one. But...
Unless they're recycling videos.
Likely. I mean, Rafi, you're gonna love this video. It's straight up gangsta shit.
Put it in the chat.
I mean the audio. It's up top. It's gonna be a nice scene in the movie when they do the movie. I'm ready for some coffee.
I wish clothing were optional every day, all the time.
It is, Zach. You just have to make your own version of your life.
Dream it and believe it.
Yes, you can also get a house where you can sunbathe naked while working remotely. You can also have this.
I know. The problem is the wrong people, like the news colony, the wrong people will not wear clothes. That's
I'm
the problem.
so sorry that this happens in the world. I
Also,
do try.
it is not at all convenient to work from a laptop in the yard. You want to stay at the office with a desk and a
Absolutely not. I lay out the yoga mat. I do downward dog. I hit escape so Teams doesn't freeze up. Whatever. Outside is the best side to work.
Sometimes you might want to go out to dinner, or you might want to go to the store. Like, why do we have to wear clothes?
We don't. Move to Asheville. Nudity is welcome everywhere.
Do you like spend an afternoon at the mall and get some clothing that feels good?
Ma'am, we're leaving. The mall sounds miserable. You can't really be naked there.
No, man, the mall's awesome. I love the mall.
Well, we have an outdoor mall, so I like it out there. It's like
an outdoor mall.
Outdoor malls are cool. Like, that's what we have.
I'm ready for tea. Thank you, that's very nice of you.
Oh, and they have
I'm meeting to strip mall.
Women outlet or something. Not outlet. What are those pop? It's a pop-up shop.
Why can't I strip?
A strip mall.
No, man, malls are the best.
No. We have. Okay, I'm trying to think what we even have in our. What's the best mall you've ever been to?
Okay. Bare minimum requirements for a good mall. You want a vibrating chair. You want a good bookstore. You want a movie theater. You want a nice bar. You want a coffee shop. You want some nice places to sit, including some like comfy couch areas. And then some good shops, a department store at least, that you can wander around and see some weird new gadgets.
I know, but have you been in a mall lately? Those malls are closing down. Like, all of them are closing down. They look like crap inside. Have you been to malls lately, guys? They're kind of fun.
No, you live in rich areas, we don't have this issue.
In rich areas, like where?
Colorado.
Oh, yeah, Colorado's,
That's not malls. We're genius inventions. The only thing that like competitive to the mall was the department store, and the mall was able to fit this.
Okay, or really cool airports, right? Because they have all of that in certain airports also.
Yeah,
shopping malls, chairs, like food.
This is
Like, think about that.
Best airport to shop at right now is, of all places, LaGuardia.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
All of them. The airport.
Atlanta's kind of cool. I mean, I went to, where was I? Yeah, the Denver airport was kind of cool.
You're okay.
Denver.
But LaGuardia, they were doing a lot of construction when I was going through. So it must.
Yeah, the terminal finally opened. Been open for like years.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, what's up with the creeper in the background in your photo?
Isn't that the funniest? And the guy is grabbing that Christmas balloon.
I know, it's like completely a creeper move in the back of the photo. What have you been hanging out with lately, Jeff? I guess somebody's sleeping.
I think he's making coffee for his coffee.
No, he's waxing his nose.
No, Jeff, you don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
I hope he moisturizes and exfoliates for the next few days after waxing so he doesn't get ingrown hair.
What's in the news today? Who's upset about it?
Well, there's like 6 missiles that were like targeted towards the U.S. something in Qatar, but honestly, it's just for the. They were shot down.
But hear about it, Philip?
That's all I've heard. They released footage of the B-2 bomber, though. The night footage and stuff. That was pretty.
They showed what it looked like.
The call up top that Jeff put up because it's an Israeli intel talking to an Iranian soldier, like, we've killed all your people, like, we're coming for you unless you blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of an interesting. And that's the recap for the day. Every troll that's come in and been removed, 4 more have shown up, like gray hairs.
That was unnecessarily specific.
Well, it was also referred to as that earlier, so I was just repeating the metaphor.
It's funny.
My internet's been out all day, so I've been on the hotspot. Ugh.
Oh. They don't have internet in the South?
Well, not since Halloween. You know what I mean? It sort of wiped out fucking everything, so.
Can you say Starlink?
Well, yeah, but that's like $200 a month, and our spectrum is like, our spectrum is like 60, so we'll stick with that. Plus, they give my for this stuff.
That was a very weird way of pronouncing Starlink.
What, Starlink?
Starlink. Link. No, the way you pronounced it, Hills, with that whole long sentence.
How did I say it?
She said my Starlink costs.
He said, can you say Starlink? And then you said, well, my husband something, something, something.
And then I think I responded, here's what I responded. He said, can you say Starlink? And I said, yes, but Starlink is $200 a month. And our spectrum internet plus the device is $600. And so our spectrum is only $60, plus that includes my husband's cell phone. So that may have been where you came in on.
I've seen some deals where they give you the device to get you hooked. It's like cigarette, or
right.
razors. They give you the razors and you buy the razor blades.
Right. And it was like, I think it was like $98 a month, and then I think they increased. I'm not sure, but we just weren't interested in that.
It's gotta be the most creepy call to get when you're about to die.
Oh, you listened to the audio?
Yeah. I wish they would translate to English so then to listen to Hebrew, or not even Hebrew, but
just so you can hear the whole
No,
time.
they have
Yeah.
They have residential light, $80 a month, 50 to 100 megabits, which would be more than enough. That's only in areas with spare capacity. It'd probably be one of those. If not, it's 120 a month.
Right, and that's just, I mean, the 80 is fine, but like, I'm gonna spend 80 plus 60 for just in case. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Like, we'll be back on, they said, by 5:30, and I'm pretty sure they're just doing repairs in the area, you know.
And the device costs $300.
Okay, so yeah, it's 300. But what's neat about that?
This is what I saw in the ad the other day. Sometimes it's discounted to $0 if you sign up for a prepaid 12-month plan, which that's.
Well, yeah, and they offered that after the hurricane to us also, which was so great. But many people didn't know if they could even get back online to have a job, so we didn't really want to get into a contract because, like, we were like, are we going to have income? Like, I don't know. But in a pinch, it's great. Like, we had a lot of rescue guys come up, and they had the mobile Starlink, so that was just incredible to see that.
Is this an interesting thing to listen to at the time?
I mean, they say it is like gangster shit.
Oh, fuck around, get fucked with, I guess.
That does seem to be the lesson of the week.
It's gonna be interesting. World is not gonna be the same.
I think that's probably about it because that spells out fag. Fuck around, get fucked with. That's fag with. Maybe the FAFO is better. Fuck around, find out.
I think the more
Hey, Billy actually in this
politically correct. I think the more politically correct term would be maffo, right? Mess around and find out.
Is there any Arabs in the room right now?
Probably be a non-listener in the audience.
Billy, how are you doing?
Just fine. Thanks for asking.
Are you, what do you think of all this news? Are you excited to see Iran get bombed? You're not excited? You hate it? What are you up to?
It's a fair question.
I think it's fine that we're finally going after Iran after threatening us all these years. I'm tired of being called the Great Satan.
See, it's interesting because Billy's a big leftist, and he can see it.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if I'd call Billy a leftist. Billy's a liberal.
No, I'm saying.
But they're not the same thing. I wish we need to be more clear with our words because there's a divide. And Billy is a Democrat. Billy is a liberal. There's that big difference.
He could be a lefty, but like, what are your general senses about war? Are you old enough for the Vietnam War? I don't.
Yes.
You were around then. So
sure was.
Like this war now.
I had to basically threaten to kill my commanding officer to get out of going to Vietnam.
I saved my father. My mom got pregnant.
Good girl.
With me.
Well, that is a miracle baby.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, the hordes.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I dropped out of college at exactly the wrong time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
My dad didn't know what else to do because they arrested his friends off the beach, so he just went ahead and stopped.
Hey, why would a flag be half-mast today?
Because we killed the Iranian leader and we're very sad about it.
Yeah, but that wouldn't warrant a flag at half-mast.
And if you sympathize with it or not.
Half-mast is like what? A tragedy has occurred?
Well, half-mast isn't recognition usually of a death, particularly with our country, but can be for other world leaders.
So,
but it wouldn't be for one of our enemies.
Right, exactly. Which memoriam are you aiming for? Who?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I see one flag at half-mast.
People in their flag games. I think I heard like random little news stories about flags. Someone posting one upside down.
Well, yeah, that's all over the place. That I actually understand. And the funny thing is, they're flipping them upside down for different reasons. People on the left and the right.
Guys, it's officially fucking 39 degrees here in Toronto.
Both wrong country and metric measurement of temperature.
39 hot.
I'll assume. I have no clue.
Yeah, Rafi, Fahrenheit is better for temperature because, like, everyone knows 50 is like halfway to hot, 100 is too hot, and everything over 100 is, or 100 is 100% hot. Everything over 100 is too hot.
So it's 98 Fahrenheit translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 99.
Now you're speaking American.
99. How's 99 for you?
Whew, that sounds pretty damn hot, American friend there.
Sounds like American hot.
It's about full hot.
It's American hot.
It's all the way up to 100. I mean, that can't get any hotter, right? Why would
Higher is too hot.
Bum bum Iran, bum 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 Iran.
This may be an effective regime change. We'll have to see. Yeah, half-mast flag is very strange. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Pretty sure there's like a number I can call and report it if I care enough.
Flags are not half-mast.
If only they had developed flag technology after developing the phone, all the flags would have numbers to explain their flag tricks. Flags used to matter more for that reason. They were good for communicating.
You can't believe the number of people, a Forbes article that I was just reading. Well, Iran has the right to defend itself, and I'm like, it's amazing. Like, low information. Of course they're going to retaliate. I mean, this was a given. I don't know. I'm sure they anticipated this.
Well, this is what it looks like when you, like, pierce the veil of propaganda. Like, Iran has been saying a few different things to different people in different ways, and, like, the Americans that are watching the issue have been pissed off at Iran for a long time.
Right.
And now Israel is making a move, and, yeah, America's in the game.
Well, you know what else is very interesting to me in my timeline is the sheer amount of anti-Semitism unveiled. Now it is just out there. Like, they don't even
Absolutely.
care. And I am seeing it mostly from the right. The anti-war, the Marjorie Taylor Greene, they are having a full anti-Semitic fit.
Yeah, like flush them out, though. You know what I mean? Like expose them before the primaries. You know what I mean?
That's just how it is. Whenever anti-Semitism becomes like permissible, you see it. Like they were always saying it. It's just, oh, we can be recorded saying it now. Great.
Well, the left's been saying it. Now we've got they were all, I don't know, minding their P's and Q's, and now it's just full on out there. I've deleted more people today. It's been kind of clarifying. It's like a cleansing by fire.
Yeah, it's nice, right, Elle?
Hey, I don't know if anybody cares that the room is being streamed.
Great. Just great.
Mute up, everybody.
Mute up, everybody?
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
I missed everything, but sure.
Okay, this is goodbye then.
This is goodbye, my friends. Hey, Hope, I got a question for you. You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Whose shoes are those in your...
Whose shoes are they?
Yeah, in your PTR, whose shoes are those?
There are shoes in my PTR?
Look carefully in your lens of your glasses.
Those are my shoes at the end of my mat.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I knew you're gonna be confused by that one.
You're looking at the reflection in my glasses.
I don't know why.
You're funny.
I was bored.
Yeah.
I'm doing research.
This is what kind of shoes I wear when I do yoga, but I'm not wearing them.
Was that a yoga lesson in the middle of somewhere?
That was yoga in the middle of Times Square on Friday.
That's wild. You participated?
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't do nothing publicly.
I did yoga 3 times on Friday. I did 2 hours in the morning in the sauna, and then I did an hour in the evening in Times Square because they had a special summer solstice yoga in the middle of Times Square.
Crazy.
That's my name.
I know people do these things, like I get videos, but I would never participate in something like this. Me, myself, personally, but I know that I guess people participate.
Yeah,
I can't do it with a random crowd of people, random things.
I'm just very active. I participate in everything. I run races, I do yoga in crowds, I do it. All these things are so cool that you can do that I partake in everything.
No, I wouldn't do marathons. You mean like you do marathons and stuff?
Yeah. I don't do marathons. That's too much on your body. But I've done 10 milers and I've done 10Ks and I've done 5Ks. But I haven't done a half marathon or a marathon.
No, for me, even a 5K or 1K is a marathon. Because I usually walk to my mailbox. So for me to do any physical things are basically marathons.
Yeah, you and I are very, very different.
Very, very different. Very.
Yes, very, very, very.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Not good for you. If you're
But now, huh?
I said if you're healthy like that, good for you.
Yeah, I'm healthy, but I'm an oxymoron because I eat healthy, I exercise, but I smoke cigarettes, so
you're like me.
I'm an oxymoron.
I'm very skinny, and I have a very unhealthy lifestyle, and people think I'm healthy because I'm skinny, but I'm very unhealthy.
Y'all are being streamed on YouTube.
Who?
All of you, the whole room.
You idiot.
The link is in the chat. The link is in the
anonymous?
chat. I just submitted a report for my personal legal privacy.
It's Chicago cheeseburger.
Everyone submitted a report. He's sitting there masturbating to us, so you need to submit a report, and I'll put this on. And his real name is in that. That is his real name he's going by. You're welcome to report him. He's streaming on his real name. Have fun.
Oh,
Asshole.
hey, I saw you in the room the other day, Elena, and I really want to say I appreciate you doing the same thing. I saw you put it in the chat, make everybody aware.
That's
Fuck
all.
that guy. Fuck you, man.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Yep, I just want to say you did a great job doing that.
That's it.
Our photos are there too. So it's our whole.
Oh yeah. Yes. Your whole room is there. He has a close-up of the phone. Okay, and now it'll be up, including me calling him that, and he deserves it. And so you know what? We need to find all his profiles in this room, and I'll be happy to help you and remove all his profiles from this house. I think that's the only solution.
Done.
Okay.
If you get me the profiles, I'll start moving. But
Well, I can't see them, but I need to see them, so somehow I'll have to see them, and I can help you.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, here. I'm looking at them. I got them. I'll tell you every single one. Okay? I wasn't gonna come up, but I'm so pissed.
Elena, give me some time. I'm just behind the wheel.
That's fine. No, it's okay. I'm finishing my work, but
Yeah.
we will find every single one of the jerkos profiles, and we will remove as many as we can. And everybody must write specifically, take the link, and there's multiple links to share with Clubhouse, and use the real name of the person. And if you're in a state, you can. If you're in a state that allows it, report it.
Also, he's using his credit card because there's anonymous plus, so
Whatever.
He's giving.
Yeah, but Yeah, considering the guy owns 10,000 phones because he doesn't have 10,000 friends, so his friends are his phones. Okay, he'll have unlimited of this, so there's got to be some legal action. So it takes a village to do that. So everybody get to work on it. No, John, you're not funny. Your little Jewish prayer is not funny anymore. You're not funny. Streaming the room holds no value to anybody, including nobody's watching it. The only reason I'm watching it is to protect my friends. That's it. So, Kushmir and Tuchitz, baby. I will go through every House member and I will make sure that they're all pulled.
Yeah, I went on the YouTube and reported privacy, and it will.
Yeah.
So just somebody, you go in there and say this is a violation.
Not only that. Excuse me. What's that noise?
That's the copyright strike. Copyrighted music.
Zach, mute up.
Good job.
All right, but here's the thing. Not only that, but I can give you about 20 YouTube profiles for him where tons of it is still sitting there. You need to report every single one, even if the ones he's no longer using. So I'll be happy to supply a list, and feel free.
Yeah, he's gonna get taken down for copyright.
I appreciate it, Elena. I appreciate that you're doing this.
I mean, I'm sick. You can't walk into any room without finding.
You can't enjoy the act.
This is no
He's
PTR.
just
There you
gonna
go.
make another one. So.
That's fine, but I'm not gonna make it easy. Go make it easy for him then, okay.
I mean, I have a friend with a restraining order against him for what he posted in a live room. I did personal damage.
That's right. So it's not funny. And, this is his hobby. Oh, look, this is his hobby. Look, do you see the picture
This is a
in my
sickness.
profile?
This is more than a hobby.
He's mentally unstable. See the picture in my profile?
Yeah.
Do you see the phones all hooked up? You see the phones lining the table? Is this somebody that has mental capacity to run for congressman yet?
Yeah.
I happen to have a couple friends that used to be the editor of the Sun-Times. I'm going to ask if he knows of somebody that can write a little story on him, because I think it's worth it on public privacy on the apps. So
I don't think I can really hang out and
stay tuned.
All this dumb shit.
No, I'm just saying, all right, but I got so pissed. Poor Liz was trying to get the word out to you all. She couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Now you'll be able to strike his video for copyright claims.
Well, everybody do it then.
I just put some music in there that I don't believe you can play on YouTube.
Oh, you want to do that way?
Yeah, that's why I did it. Actually, Aerosmith is another one I think has copyright. Hold on.
Turn it on.
I think that's enough for a copyright claim. If anyone has Disney music, that's even better.
I don't think it was clear enough. It was, like in the background, kind of.
Gotcha. Well, I can't do better than that, then.
Going to another Delta.
It's a circle jerkle coming in.
One more suggestion would be to tag Clubhouse on X and on Instagram with the stream, and bombard Clubhouse social media with links to the streams from Anan. Now he's here twice.
Guys, did you hear that John Kitlover is apparently trying to build bombs in his basement? He's also got bodies buried in his yard. This is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Someone should find out.
Oh, I heard it's true. There's a lot.
Really? Stay away from Jefferson Park.
Oh, he lives in Jefferson Park?
I just heard they were bomb building in Jefferson.
I want to know how to do it. Because I'm going to have a ton of cucumbers.
Oh, you know there's a viral cucumber salad on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen that one. It's delicious.
It's good too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to see if I can find it.
What's
So
the
is that
recall?
carrot? What you say?
There's a recall on cucumbers too, so I don't know if it got pulled back or not. So be careful.
Oh, I'm growing my own. And I don't use any pesticides. 100% organic. I even make my own compost.
Nice.
Do I want to know what the compost is?
Scraps from my vegetables, coffee grounds, tons of eggs. I got a box full of eggs that I need to put through the Vitamix and put the powder in there. But yeah, I make my own compost.
Along with breast milk, and it's watered with breast milk, Brian.
Yeah,
Bring
we're
me
done
back,
from that.
Brian, it's watered with breast milk.
Oh Lord, it's only Monday.
Yo, Sid, you see your back channel? I sent you Cardi's album. It's coming out September 19. I mean. I love Card. I'll send it to you too.
So did the city girls fall off or something? Or are they still singing?
Did who?
The city girls. They fall off?
Well, they're not doing music together. I think
Yeah, they were
she
separate.
came out with her own album, and then Carissa was dating Diddy at the time when the other one came out with the album.
Oh, okay. So the other one's Teresa. Yeah, she was by herself. She was like one gay guy. I was like, this is my entourage. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, you must have fell off because it's only you and one other person. Oh, New York, where celebrities can walk down the street and get ignored.
You're so solid.
Have we had crash outs?
No.
Well, I can't crash out. Who's on the stage? Hold on.
Well, Deborah was gonna crash out yesterday when the Indiana Pacers lost. Deborah said, "I'm about to crash." Her luck machine crashed.
Oh no. But I honestly didn't want Indiana to win after they.
Of course, they sent Nick's home. Why wouldn't we go for Indiana?
Yeah.
Actually,
Totally
Lucy crashed out
for
earlier.
Indiana.
Lucy crashed out on her lunch break.
First lady crashed out this morning. Just saying.
What you
Wait,
talking
I
about?
fucking missed that. What was I doing?
Oh wait, I missed a
Recap.
Don't cut her. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt.
Don't cut her off.
Ain't no crash like the first lady crashed out, cause like it goes from soft to like, oh heck no, I would never get you mad.
It was justified. It was justified. She sat there and listened. And I can't remember how early that was. The next thing you know, she started talking one of those people for the MAGA side, trying to, interject, cut her off. Went from 0 to 100, like, okay. I think even Matt said he shat himself.
My favorite is when she's like, you know what? He didn't catch his ticket yet, and they kick him out to the room. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
I don't do any of these such things. I don't know what's happening.
Word.
I've been trying to save these people when they're here. I give them a warning. If I'm here, I tell them to cash in their pink ticket. I tell them, sometimes, First Lady has patience, sometimes she doesn't. So, it's like Russian roulette. So, do the right.
In my defense, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. And, I stand for respect. And I hate when somebody cuts me off. That just really grinds my gears. Especially when I sat on mute and listened to the bullshit that I had to listen to. I be trying to help y'all out. Just let them finish. It's not that I agree with what they're saying. It's just that I want to be able to hear everything that they're saying so that we can actually attack what they're saying, right? So this joker decided he was going to be arrogant and continuously cut me off. After I had already pre-warned the stage that I didn't want to be cut off anymore. So I was driving. And because I was driving, I couldn't really concentrate. And because I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't tell myself not to crash out. So, gotta blame it on the car ride, not me. Thank you for allowing me to share my case. Yes, it was a little glitch. Sometimes if you're not connected to the Wi-Fi in your head, things kind of glitch out.
You can blame it on the alcohol?
No, it was too early for alcohol. It was like 7 a.m.
So
I can blame it on I was going for my coffee and I hadn't got it yet. Maybe.
That was a coffee crash out.
But I don't drink coffee every day, so I don't know.
But
it is what it is.
Yo,
Actually, I got a caramel macchiato.
I've been addicted to this coffee.
I told them light on the caramel because I'm trying to continuously find my waistline for the summer.
You're better than Starbucks now.
I'm better than Starbucks?
Yeah, that's like it's burnt coffee.
Yeah, Starbucks over roasted coffee is nasty.
So, number one,
I make my own cold brew.
This is the reason why I don't like to talk to nobody, because
we just trying to help you out. We trying to better you step up your coffee game.
Yeah, first wait. What?
Wait, I like what I like. That's number one. And number two, all right, caramel macchiatos are sold at Dunkin' Donuts as well as McDonald's. Okay, so y'all don't know where I got my caramel macchiato, even though it was at Starbucks.
It was Starbucks.
I heard you
earlier
say Starbucks. I heard you earlier say that.
Yeah, you did say Starbucks.
Oh, hush your fuss.
You know what I've been addicted to? And my PTR? It's been a latte with activated charcoal and maple syrup. Maple. It's been so.
All right, you're going to have to stop with all these switching of everything, okay? Because seriously, I was sitting there and I saw that picture and I was like, no, that's Black's picture, and forgot that you had changed your name. And then the HK had a different. I can't do it. I just can't.
HK stand because that's close to that's my nickname in real life.
Yeah, no. The name can stand, but I'm just saying, like, I just can't. You can't keep playing with my mind. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm the name now.
If Lisa was paying attention, she would say the same.
But PTRs is small rooms would be my actual body. If I gotta crash out, I'm changing my car.
That's a good idea. All I hear is coffee cup of diabetes. Oh, Lord.
All that sugar.
You can put no sugar in coffee, right? You know that, like, Mr. Brian. You have
The creamers and stuff. No, I put a little, I admit, but yeah. But
it's not that Mr. Brian, all right? You're not going.
My dad is the military guy. Even after all these decades, he's still like, I don't understand why you got to get all that fancy coffee for $15. I'm like, Dad, one, it ain't $15. He's like, look, can I just get a regular cup of black coffee? That's all you need. Like, hey.
Yeah, I drink most of my coffee black most of the day, except for like.
Yeah, I'm convinced those people are. You can't do the black coffee.
If it's high end coffee,
Oh my God,
like,
that's my husband. He will only drink black, hot, scorching hot. It can't be lukewarm. It has to be scorching hot.
You should buy an Ember mug. You ever seen that, Katrina? The mug to keep the coffee hot.
Yeah, he already has it.
Those are nice.
I just want to know, have you ever taken a Stanley cup into a sauna before? Anybody?
I haven't. The metal one?
Yeah.
The heavy metal one? You feel a wet sauna or a dry sauna?
You where I'm going with this, Patty? I'm like, burn the hell out of my damn head. I was like, oh my God, that thing was hot as hell. That burned.
Did you do it to cook eggs?
Child, you would have thought my arm, it felt like an egg was burning on my arm when I picked it up. Oh, I'm so silly. I won't do that again.
Girl, that's a secret. Don't ever repeat it.
First lady, I like how kind you are to yourself. You said, I'm so silly. I would have said, damn, I'm stupid as fuck. Yeah, no.
April, I would have said the same thing.
That's a bit much. I can't do that to me. What's going on? Not me. That's what I said. I love the way you love yourself. I'm going to start doing it. Yeah, you have to. Because if you don't love yourself, nobody else will.
Who's Lisa's name?
Yeah, who's yelling?
Somebody's yelling?
The bigger concern is why are you listening to us in the OR? You don't like that patient much, do you?
Oh my goodness, please don't bring this knife person up. That's scary, sir. You're scary.
Hey, you guys.
Hey,
I've been drinking my okra water every day for the last month and a half. I am down 17 pounds, and my A1C is fantastic. It's better than it's been in the last 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Good go, you. That's good.
She done went and got a garden and she making water out of everything.
No, I drink the okra water because my dad was diabetic. So and it was on my mom's side too. So when my A1C started going up, they kept saying, if you don't get that back down, you're gonna have to go on medication. I was like, the devil's a liar. So I started drinking the okra water, and my doctor called and she said, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. I was like, cool. And that's crazy since I'm not working for me to have lost that much weight, because I was walking over almost 100,000 steps a day when I was working. And I definitely ain't doing that shit now.
That reminds me, I do my walks today.
Good luck.
Oh, this is nothing, man. Listen, last year this time, I was in Arizona. It was 120 degrees, and the driver would not put the AC on the car, so it was like 130 in the car.
Bruh.
Oh.
Sandra, how much you trying to weigh? 90 pounds?
No, I'm not doing it to lose weight, and I have been I have not been eating like I normally would, so I'm trying to get my eating back up. So, but you know, I just retired, so everything is off. So I'm working on it. I ain't trying, because now none of my clothes fit, like my pants don't fit. So I'll get it together.
That reminds me, I need to sweat all this weight off. You know they make shapers for men now? That's pretty cool. Shout out to that.
Wait. You interrupted my workflow. What do you say? They got man
We
spanks?
discussed this. They have spanks for men. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got shapers for men, you know? It's like they tuck in the belly so you can look a little nice and nimble.
Y'all remember when that black guy came out with those girdles and all the black people were selling them? They had the ones for the women, then they came out with the ones for the men, and the men were selling them to other men. That shit was crazy. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, they reemerged.
But it was a black dude that designed them.
I missed that. I'm like, look, if I can be critical of, in a joking way, of women who, you know, rock those, and then you're on a date, and then it goes to that, you know, certain time where it's like, all right, and all of a sudden, like, when did this turn into I'm gonna get you sucker, where he was in the bedroom and she's taking out her leg, and it's like, whoa. Like, same thing with a dude. Like, if it's for you, yeah.
Right, I was thinking the same thing when you started saying it. When she took her leg off, I was like, oh my God.
Listen, I'm married. Someone over here is
That's
cheaper.
when you go around with stuff to say, stuff in the mirror is bigger than it appears.
Come back here.
Don't make me come back here. You come back here.
All right, Brian, I got a question for you, because you wasn't here earlier. I need to ask. I'm going to do a survey real quick.
Oh, man, yeah, go.
Okay, so short suits. So short sleeve suits and shorts. What do you think? Is it making a comeback, or?
You're not Cam Newton. Like, what are we doing?
What? That's so wrong. No.
Oh, man.
No.
Okay, well.
What is this, our game?
For you,
Where's
I'm telling you.
alfalfa?
Back for you. You can do it.
Thank you.
Grown-ass
I appreciate
alfalfa?
it.
I'm sorry, I'm over 50. I'm like, nah. Nah. I can wear shorts. Of course, yeah. I can wear a suit, but not shorts and a suit. That's for like 4-year-olds.
Damn! Oh, Brian, that was cool.
That was actually how
I got something to share next week now. I'm going to share next week.
And, bruh, I'm a creative. I'm an artist. Like, I'm not like some of my colleagues who I went to art school with, who are like balls deep in fine arts, and everything they wear is a statement of their creativity. But like no, if I can appreciate if I see something like that on a dude, it's like, yo, man, that's hot. I give you props. I'm not rocking that shit, but you rock out.
Brian, when you said a 4-year-old, literally it hit for me right home, because my 2-year-old actually, I dressed in a suit like that, and it was a summer suit for christening at 2 years old. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to drag him this bad now. Come on.
I know. I got one right now. That's crazy. I thought I was doing some of this.
You sweating through it right now. It feels like it's 105 degrees on the moon. Like, man.
Wait,
I mean, if you're 65 or older,
point of order.
It's cool. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Point of order. I need clarity. Hey, Sean, how are you? Happy Monday. Are you suggesting that you're wearing shorts today with a suit jacket?
No,
it's
a whole suit that's shorts. It's a short suit.
Can you like PTR examples?
You wearing a romper?
No.
Not a romper. Similar situation. So we can see what you're talking about. picture of the whole right now.
Alright, I'm gonna go hang
Right
on.
now you're looking like a 2-year-old, okay? Go ahead.
Like Jermaine. I just want to know what kind of shoes. Wait, what kind of shoes? Come back. What kind of shoes?
Some flip flop.
I need to. Not flip flop with socks and a suit.
No, it's white sneakers.
You wearing some Buster Brown? What was that? That shoe company from back in the day?
So you thought you was getting on a yacht today? Okay, I got it.
No, my
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of men wear them when they go on cruises and stuff.
Yeah, that's
you see them a lot in Detroit.
They have people.
Yeah, with the gators and the man.
On TikTok, you can get them for cheap.
Went to the polo game.
TikTok shop.
I was like, no, I thought, it's hot outside. I don't want to wear a suit. Is there a way to wear something shorter? My tailor was like, you can wear this. I was like, okay.
You need to
Put your tailor on the phone.
fire your
Call
tailor
your tailor
immediately. Fire that man immediately.
I need to talk to him. I need to talk to the tailor. Put the tailor.
Get you a new haberdasher.
By the way, First Lady, you reminded me, I walked away, I just came back, don't mean to bring it all the way back, but when you said bringing a stainless steel mug into the sauna, I did something even worse. I bought a car that's black on black, and has a panoramic sunroof, and black leather inside, in Texas. In Texas. So the first time I didn't do the auto start. And the first time I got in that car, and it's Texas, and it's 110 degrees outside, and it's like 150 inside. Let me tell you, I had second-degree burns on my thighs.
I had on my butt cheeks before. They didn't quite burn, but it felt like they did. I went to sit down with some booty shorts on. It was like, Lord, that thing hurt. Yeah.
Oh, that was,
you never
that
had
was
your
stupid.
booty cheeks burn?
That was so stupid. I don't know why I did that.
Usually it's from a hand, but not.
Alright, PTR, I found a picture of HK, aka Black Frodo, aka Coon Tracker, aka has PTR. I found a picture of him.
The sleeves are shorter though. It's actually short sleeves.
This is him. He's 5. Looking like Jermaine Dupree.
No. Oh my God, I remember his socks that night. Everybody was talking about
the sleeves are short.
You got the ruffles?
Okay, the sleeves are short too though.
Oh God.
And the shorts are short. Not as long.
Are the ruffles big or are they little?
The ruffles.
No. Just go ahead and show the picture. What's going on? Let's see the picture.
No, he got the kind that has the straw hat and the lollipop. The little bowler hat.
No, the ruffles were crazy.
I'm very.
Who let him? So this one a stylist, like you have to veto the stylist. He had veto power and he didn't use it. He went out there with them fucking socks on and got
Where's the picture at? Because see, Patty got one look and Sin got a completely different look. So I need to know if it's somewhere in between or if it's on the extreme of one of these.
So this one got the quarter sleeve, so obviously
it's
you
like
guys
thin, but without the sleeves are shorter.
Is it quarter sleeves or is it short sleeve?
No. It's short sleeves.
No.
It's short sleeves.
But wait, you got the Gucci Daddy shorts on?
So he's looking like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
I need to know.
They're like shorter than that. They're longer than that.
I need to know if you were the last one out of the house and nobody in your house saw you. You were the last
His wife probably said, "Let's go outside like that. Ain't nobody gonna be looking at him now."
He got it up in his head.
Wait. Do you have thick thighs? I just want to know that. Like how?
Yes.
You have thick thighs?
He's a breastfed baby.
Alright, how often do you do leg day? I just want to know. Like, do you do leg day?
Yeah, I do leg day.
Your thighs?
No, well, yeah, I think
okay.
It's pretty thick.
Oh, okay.
rock those and a suit, like for real.
Yeah.
That is my opinion.
He said he got hoochie there.
You know what, Brian? You know what? How come it's all brass tacks here? I got a
You gotta let the fellas breathe.
It's a shaper too.
And you got Spencer. Okay, so HP, the shorts are like the shorts in my PTR. They're like that.
You know shit is
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, I mean, look, are you under 30? You're over 30.
Thank you, not understood.
I'm like,
I think if you're under 30, it's okay. If you're over 30, like, put on some fucking slacks.
good for you.
If you're under 30, you take chances. You're 30. Put some damn slacks on. Cut.
Nut huggers and spankers.
You know what? I'm gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be in New York this week.
That is.
Rocking out in New York. I'm gonna be stuck in New York like this.
Hot cross buns.
This is a great yeah. I love it.
Go to the gate. Go to hit up Scotty and see what happens.
You know what's funny though? I went to coffee this morning, right? To get this coffee using my PTR, and the guy was like, "Ooh, I love this outfit." I was like, "Thank you." He was like, "Man, this is kind of like a short, but yeah." And I was like, "Thank you." But then I was walking out, and I'm like, "Wait a second."
He was hitting
His voice was kind of.
Do you hear the grinder notification?
Bing. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Oh,
You
Lisa
feel
said
confident?
stop yelling in the OR. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell.
Yeah. She's still yelling.
I guess we're supposed to be whispering. We're in the OR.
No, but she has outfit. She probably has the AirPods on, but when you're loud, you kind of hear, the AirPod.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, when people raise their voice, I'm always like, oh man, this freaking
That's
hurts my
cute.
ear.
Penny.
I ain't wearing that now. That's
It's cute on you. You look real cute in your outfit. Big fat ass.
I was like, Patty just went, bam, here you go, HQ.
Hey, you got an onion?
Lisa, I'm about to scream again because Patty's showing out.
What's an onion?
You don't know what an onion is? Come on.
That's a moose knuckle. Which is the opposite of a moose knuckle. Big booty.
Brian, tell them.
Oh,
You're in
okay.
Detroit. Them brothers dress like that in summertime for real.
That
They
was
so good.
the shock of my life when I moved here. My one boy, I love him to death. He's my best friend now, but he's a diehard Detroiter. And I first moved here, we went out, he took me out to a club. He's like, get dressed, bad a suit. And then he comes and picks me up. And then a couple other brothers in the car, he steps up. I'm like, what the? This brother had on a purple suit, gaiters, I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't born and raised. I'm not wearing stuff like that. But man, these cats around here, they are hardcore. And I give them cents. I give them they couple of cents. But man, yeah, what Patty showed, brothers wearing that. And don't get me started, these cats will have their cars mentioned. Like,
The men in Detroit have more fur coats than the women. They have them in every single color, pink, purple, blue. They have them in every single color.
All right, this is to the PTR. Here's what it looks like.
I noticed it was silent for a second. Sorry. Where's the rest of it?
It's missing Sperry tennis shoes. I couldn't remember the name of them. But I think they're called Sperry. There's no words.
I applaud your fashion. I can't. My part. I can't rock that.
Looking like Frank Jeremy back in 1980.
I can't. Somebody in a gonna roll up on me, especially at a family reunion. That's how I know. Like, if I'm around my family.
You got your chucks on too.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I actually got.
HK,
all
I
right.
knew it because I put it on my.
She put it the same identical one. She knew.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
good.
When you said I posted the picture, I'm cleaning my pool, so I'm fucking running to my phone, drop the vacuum, to see it, but I knew it was that one.
I just want to tell you that has tickled me for today.
Did you shave your legs?
Yep. And, okay. All right. I gotta be completely honest with y'all, because, you know, we're friends here. All right. So, I did shave my legs. So I put on like these temporary tattoos on my legs, because it's summertime, and I put on fake tattoos in the summertime.
So when did you get out the 25-cent machine?
Oh my God.
Amazon. No, the studio. So my buddy got he got a film company, so he has those like fake tattoos, whatever he gets. So I get them from him. But
Okay. So you're definitely under 30. Okay. Because this is like under 30 type shit.
Well,
I can't rock there. Yeah.
I turned 30 this year, so.
Okay. So you just, yeah. Well, now that you're 30, you might want to lay off the temporary tattoos. I don't know.
It's funny.
You can go all in or nothing.
The people didn't know, so like last year I had some meetings in like Arizona, and I came back like earlier in the year, and it was like, "Look to your tattoos." I was like, "What tattoos?" Like, "Oh, they was fake." It's like yeah. So you know, now you know.
And the leg shaving. Like, I just
listen, Brian.
No.
Leave it alone, Brian. Leave it alone.
Well, I get clown that my calves are like smooth, but that's from my motorcycle accident. So I kind of get clown till I tell people they see the scars, and it's like, yeah, that's when I went down and all that stuff got. I wasn't wearing my leathers, so when I went down, my legs were damaged, and all that hair, all my leg hair, got shaved away permanently, so it's never come back. So even my sister and female cousin like, I can't even get my legs that smooth. I'm like, well, you don't want to go through what I went through to have these looking like how they are. I just hope we all can be comfortable with what God gave us. Even that suit.
Not y'all quiet. That's freak.
Well, check on your friends in New York City. We are not okay. I got like 2 severe heat alerts about the weather today. Shit is insane.
Yeah, I
hope you guys don't have a blackout.
I actually have my little brother grabbing some teenagers, and we're passing out waters around Philadelphia right now because there's a lot of homeless people out here who don't have any access to that water. So he's we got a bunch of water, he's passing them out all day. I actually gotta check on them actually in a second, see how it's going.
Yeah, we have fireworks tonight. Wait a minute, sorry, I was BBC. But yeah, I was like, told Xavier, like, we gonna pass on that one. Like, Detroit has their 4th of July fireworks today, downtown. I don't know how many decades they've been doing it, but with Canada, so it's the Freedom fireworks. But you'd have to be
Freedom Festival.
Oh, where the fuck is it today? It's not even.
They never do it on the 4th of July. They shut the city down. They shut the city down.
Oh.
You gotta be where you're supposed to be, and then you leave a certain way. They don't be playing. And then they can act the fool as hot as it is too. I wouldn't even be down there.
Yeah. By 2 o'clock, I was looked at. By 2 o'clock, it was strongly encouraged that people be downtown by 2. And I'm like, bruh, you see how hot it is? It was 80 degrees at 6 a.m. this morning. And I'm like, nah.
Look at Rosalind's message. Can you imagine if you got deported and you had temporary tattoos You go to nail salons and they get washed out.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Since you know what I don't like when the guys show their ankles when they wear suits.
Yeah, I think it's like a European cut or something like that. I mean,
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, I think if you're very skinny, it might look like I've seen some
my son did it.
guys.
He rocked it.
Yeah, I think if you're skinny guy could look good with that.
Is this just ankle envy?
I think there's some things that we just need to leave for mother and all those other people.
What is it, man?
I think just not everyone could wear every style.
No, go lay down.
Oh, I told mother I was spying on him yesterday, and I heard him talking crazy.
Well, what was he saying? Let's talk shit about
No,
that.
he was just talking about that. Talking about his penis getting hard with all these red-ass Republicans. Like, what are you doing, sir? Then you wonder why they be talking about your community.
Wait, so he literally was talking about his penis?
Yes, he was like, oh, if I see this type of dude, that's when my dick gets hard. My dick never gets hard for a woman. If I see her titties, my dick just doesn't respond.
It's time for me to go back to work on that one.
Mind you, it's Pepe. Top left is Matt Cool. Pepe's in there. And is number 2 PTR order. And there was probably other people in there that I'm just like, mother, what are you doing? I get out of that.
But you know, a lot of these MAGA guys are in the closet, so he's probably picking up men. That's what the fuck he's doing.
They were talking about bisexuals. He was like, oh, the majority of the community is bisexual.
I wouldn't say that. So,
and they asked him if once you're gay, if you could come back. Once you're gay, if you could come back out of the way.
He's fishing. Okay, this is how you... This is also a fetish for men. So a lot of gay guys, they like to have sex with straight guys. Or like they convert straight guys into being gay or experimenting with straight guys. He's fishing over there. He knows a lot of the MAGAs are gay. Okay, they're in the closet. They're closeted.
I could imagine when he goes to DR.
Nah, I'm sure he can't get away with a lot of shit in DR. DR is very conservative.
Do you see how many gays there are in DR?
Yeah, you see them on social media, but believe me, they're not. You know, Hermoso, that guy Javis Hermoso, I love him, but believe me, they're not like that out there like that yet, not yet. But you will see them on social media. I think it's becoming more socially acceptable. But believe me, like you know that girl Tokisha, she's bisexual. She's one of the most successful artists right now in DR. She can't find anyone to rent an apartment to her. She said people don't want to rent to her. So she's having a hard time. That's how people are. I mean, this girl has a song with Madonna. Like, that's a really big deal for DR. DR's not, you know, it's not like Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? We don't have access to the United States and stuff like that. So for someone to even get a visa, they have to be like a big deal, you know? So anyway, she posted online the other day, she's like, they're, you know, discriminating against her because she's a sex worker. Or at least she was. And she talks about, like, have you heard some of Tokisha's songs? They're really terrible.
I don't know, but there's this chick that I follow. She has a lot of tattoos on her body. She got, like, multiple jobs under her ass and her body, whatever.
Not the one that used to date the guy with the colorful hair, right? Or is it her?
Well, I'm going to tell you her story and tell me if this is her or if this is somebody else. She said that she prostituted for so many years and that they fucked her so much that she has no walls. She's just a hole down there. And I'm like, what the yeah. Let me see. I don't know her name, but I just follow her because they be bugging.
That's a lot of tea.
When she said that, me and my husband was like, what the fuck?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Hold on. She be going back and forth with a chick named Dorada from the Bronx. Let me get her name. Hold on.
Is this a fight or just like a regular casual interview?
No, this was like a podcast that she was on, and that's what she said.
Ooh. I thought I was over
I'm
there.
like,
That too. So, ooh.
Damn, that's a lot of tea. Jesus Christ. But I actually know someone like that. And it wasn't really because they fucked a lot. It's something happened with the childbirth or whatever. Or something like that. So,
no, this one said that she was a prostitute.
Yeah, the only one I know is Poquicha, La Perversa. That's another, person. And the one is with the Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's Jailene.
Yeah, he's not with her no more. He got a new chick now.
But can't you get surgery and just redo your,
That's what I don't understand when she said that. I'm like, yo, you had your ass done, your lips done, your everything fucking done. Titties, my belly. She just, like right now, if you see her, she still has everything. She still hasn't pulled out her tubes with the blood and stuff. She's literally just came out of surgery again. And I'm like, yo, you haven't fixed that punani? Like, what the freak? I don't know. Maybe her walls are that destroyed.
My God.
Damn, what's that Dominican chick's name? I seen her yesterday. When I find it, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna be like, this is a chick that don't got no walls. So y'all can see her.
Jeez, did your husband listen to Alofoque?
Yeah.
I try to listen to him, but I'm like, I'm so lost and they speak so fast. I'm like, I don't understand them like that.
Does anybody know the, I think he's Nigerian, that's running for city council in New York? He's openly gay.
City Council, New York, Nigerian?
Yeah.
That's gay.
Is openly gay? Man.
Yeah. They tried to kill him in Nigeria. They literally dragged him out of his house, butt naked, into the streets with hundreds
of people. When was this?
He was on Clay Kane's show last week talking about it. They tried to kill him.
You talking about Capolo? I think that's his name.
Is that his name? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm Googling him now. I haven't heard of him. Edafe Caporo. All right, let me Google him.
Like he said,
district that is.
Caporo, something like that.
That's not,
it's really bad.
So, yeah, he's...
Right, because like she was saying that in DR, that, it's really conservative. It's like that in a lot of places.
Yeah,
They will stone you to death.
I mean, they're not going to stone you in DR, but you can't just be free like that. And,
these gays that I seen in DR, they're in the campo. They're not in... and I think
yeah, but they can't be openly gay. I'm sorry, they just can't. Even maybe, like, they could probably hold hands in the Capitol, but people are not openly gay like that.
No, I'm not saying holding hands, but I'm talking about they got their nails done, they're dressed like women, they are out there in the freaking cuchicito spots, and they are out there.
Okay, well.
So that's what I mean.
I I see what you're saying, but I just don't.
But I'm not saying like besando and hand holding hands or nothing like that. I think that's a little.
Yeah, I've never seen it. My family's from the campo, from La Vega, and actually from a very small campo by Toa. And my cousin is gay, and he will never fucking get out the closet, bro. Like he's like super fucking Catholic. Like he would never get out the closet. Like, and I know his ass is gay, but he does not act like he acts a certain way. Like I know a gay man when I see him, but he would never. You know, it's just very behind. But I think on social media, people do certain things, and there are certain like influencers and stuff, and maybe things will change slowly. But as far as the Latin America, that countries that I know, and there's like different websites that you could go to as gay people trying to find people where it's safe for them to travel. I think Colombia is one of the countries that mind their business the most. But I could be wrong, but I feel like one of my friends travels to Colombia, but she goes to DR all the time. She has property in DR, and nobody messes with her. She's a lesbian, so you know it doesn't really like that could be your sister, your friend, like it kind of. I guess lesbians, you're able to get away with more shit, but as far as like guys dressing, I don't know, with their nails on and stuff like that, I really haven't seen that in DR. But
yeah, because some of these guys live out there. Some of these influencers that you see, they still live out there. And then there's some that obviously they're in Jersey and they're in New York, and they go back and forth. But a lot of them live out there.
I mean, a Mexican chick just died. She was an influencer. And she was, I think there's just a lot of violence in general, like, against, like, influencers.
Thank you for
maybe it's rare, but she was on live and they killed her.
Example, this one right here, he lives in Jersey, but he be going back and forth. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. This one right here, una fucking loca. Yeah, that one. And when he goes to DR, he goes just like that. Because he be on live.
So that's one of the reasons why I definitely frequented other spaces with mostly Dominican people.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of trans, I'm like, I would crash out on them all the time because they definitely were not accepted of trans. So.
That one right there, Nathaniel, he's from the Bronx. He does his nails where Mark Jacobs does his nails. And he's another crazy one.
Have you ever seen a gay Indian?
Where'd you put it?
Oh, it's in the chat. Both of the links.
Okay.
So I didn't know this guy was Dominican.
Ryan. You know, he's half and half.
Yeah, I feel like I follow him. He spent $40,000 last year on his nails.
Yes. He's crazy. Yeah, he's half and half.
Shit. But when I saw Mark Jacobs getting his nails done, like, what is going on in the world? Oh,
Maybe in the same
Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican.
They do their nails in the same shop that him and Ryan. I'm like.
So it's $1,000.
Oh, this is another one. This one right here. Him and his. This one is him and his mother. They just be all over.
But is he wearing those nails in DR? That's what I want to know.
Yes. They all wear their nails
I
in
need
DR.
I need to see a video of him in DR with them
I'm
fucking
talking.
nails.
They be live
I'm
in
scrolling.
DR, in the hood, like clack, 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 clack. That's all they be doing. That's all you hear is their heels and their nails. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I be watching them when it's 3 in the morning and they be on live. They be having me laughing. I just be like, y'all too much.
Okay, he's in DR, like, alright.
Yeah, and they come out they got a gay club and they come out of the gay club and they be, I'm telling you, that shit is in the hood. I think it's because it's the hood, so they don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, this guy's in a 5-star resort, so, of course, like, I want to see him in La 42. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You will go to a 5-star and resort, and yeah, they're gonna kiss your ass. But I want to see him in the hood. So that's what I want to fucking see.
Yeah, next time they on live, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me because I'm like, I don't think, you know, I don't know. The hood is rough. You ever see those videos of the 42nd Street in DR?
I got a quick question, y'all. What's this Sean Diddy Combs ex Misa? M-I-S-A? Is that her?
Misa Hilton.
What happened?
Oh, okay. She already testified?
No. She never testified.
Nigga, she showed up with a casket on, giving us
She showed up with a walker. She wasn't testifying. I don't think she would ever testify him.
Like, what happened before she got there with the walker? I want to know.
She claims she injured her ankle or her fucking.
She was crazy as hell.
She had a boot on.
Did y'all hear the jury actually saw 40 minutes of the free call?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I think
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah, I played that today. It was 50 videos, a total of 40 minutes.
They gave 40 minutes. What's going on
Jesus,
there?
what is this?
That's like
So
that.
wait, who was in the freak off?
No, wait a minute. They said they spent hours watching
Oh my God.
the video.
Are they traumatized?
No, the lady that came out of the court, she said it was not hours. It was 40 minutes, a total of 50 videos.
Maybe it's not hours to you, but it could be for some people.
No, they said there was no hours. That's what the lady said.
No. That's what I said. I said, first they said they had it seemed like it was hours, but in all actualities, it was like 40 to 50 minutes. But
the girl corrected the white guy.
Yeah. But he did say that. She came back and she said that, but I did not hear the part about them watching 50 videos in 40 minutes. I didn't
50 videos.
Wasn't it fast forward mode or something?
Yeah, that's what
I know, like, first of all, you even had to, for that thing.
So they edited exactly what they want to watch. So it was like clips, like how we used to have Clubhouse clips. So they gave them a clip of this video, a clip of this video, a clip of this video.
Pushed it all together.
Somebody walked away with a very luxurious bank nap.
Wait, so the defense put this on? The defense made a compilation video, or this is prosecution?
Prosecution.
See, and
Damn.
That's
Lisa, the prostitution, what's she saying? Prosecution. I'm sorry.
Stop. Prosecution.
Y'all be bugging.
Sound like that brother off In Living Color. That's what it sounds. I'm sorry. If you see her eye, I would tell you.
The black doctor? No.
I'm just saying, but how would you feel if somebody
Oh, Mike, go right.
asked you to watch porn for work?
Nah.
Freaky job. Work is work.
I'm just saying, like, because that was their job. They had to watch it.
Exactly. Work is work. But tomorrow, my job, we acquire industry, and I got to do some research on it. I'm just going to do what I got to do.